Right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us for a very special playthrough this afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday. What a good start to the week. Let us know if you can hear us and see us okay, and make sure we don't have any microphone issues. So, what is going on today? We are doing a playthrough of Snowdonia Grand Tour, but not the actual base game of Snowdonia Grand Tour, Stockton and Darlington, which is one of the scenarios that's going to be included in the upcoming release of the game.
Yep, absolutely.
And this is designed by Jaya.
It is indeed. This is a scenario designed by Jaya, working with Tony.
Yes. So, full disclosure here, I have a personal and professional relationship with all of the 3 people at this table. This is a sponsored playthrough, but you're not going to get any opinions from us. But me and Tony go back.
I'll give you a lot of opinions.
What do you think of Snowdonia, Tony?
Giving opinions.
All right. Quite good.
Me and Tony go back
Too long.
a long time.
Snooks in Hemel Hempstead.
Earlier on today, I thought, how long is it? And I thought, 20 years. And I went, I think it's longer than 20 years. And it's because I've miscalculated. I didn't realise we were 2025. So it goes back to 97. Okay. Me and Tony used to play Magic the Gathering together, or against each other back in the day. So Snowdonia, when did the original version of the game come out?
Well, the first version came out in 2012, and that was with the lovely people at Lookout Games. And that was sort of a bit of a surprise, because obviously Agricola being my favourite game at the time, to end up working with the guys that gave the world Agricola was quite a shocking, surprising, and it was a big honour. I was very, very sort of starstruck by the whole thing, really. And to spend 1 year in 2011 sort of hanging around the Lookout booth saying, have you got any Agricola promos, please? To the following year being one handing out Snowdonia promos from the promos from the other side of the desk was quite a flip, really. But it was a big moment for Surprise Day Games. It was a huge moment for me.
Yes. And it is your most popular game.
It is, yeah.
Do you think it's your best game?
I suppose. I could say yes.
Okay.
I am very, very proud of it. I could say that the unpublished game that I've got
that you're working on,
that hasn't come out yet, is my best one. But I loved the game.
Yeah.
I designed a game that in the style of a game that I love to play.
Yeah.
So I still love it now, and the fact that I'm still working on it and working with friends. To develop new ideas for it is testament that the well hasn't run dry for me.
Yeah, so the game first came out in 2012. People are still playing it now. It is still a popular game. It's not a game that had its time and has gone. In 2019, another publisher did another version of it. And if you are looking at some of the components here today, this is a prototype, and you will recognise some of the components from that version of the game. That was 2019. But this year, from Naylor Games, we've got Snowdonia Grand Tour. And James is here from Naylor Games. So tell us what's coming out for this game later this year.
So what we've got coming out, we're tremendously excited by. It's actually 2 boxes that we're going to be launching. So there's a new version of the base game, which we're calling Snowdonia Special Edition, which will actually have 2 scenarios in it, which will be the original Mount Snowdon scenario and this new Stockton and Darlington scenario.
So this is going to be included in not in the Grand Tour, but in the Special Edition.
Exactly.
Right.
That's exactly what we're doing with this one. And the kind of brief for this that we gave to Jaya was to come up with something that would capture a little bit of the feel of what you're going to get in Grand Tour, and of actually the many other amazing scenarios that have been designed for Snowdonia over the years. And then the second box, which is the bigger box, will be the Snowdonia Grand Tour itself.
Yes.
And so that's the box that's going to have 11 scenarios, all with a unique board.
Wow.
All with completely unique artwork and art style per board as well.
Okay, interesting.
So we recently put up an update about this, about our kind of thoughts on deluxeification. I think we're all used to thinking about things in terms of deluxe means maybe there's component trays, maybe there's miniatures.
Yeah.
But actually for us, we're like, what really makes something deluxe is that feeling of a deluxe experience where everything is evoking, exactly what you want at the table. If you're playing a big battle game, maybe miniatures are the right call for that. But actually for Snowdonia, I don't think miniatures would bring a lot, to be honest. What I think would be lovely, and I always felt playing the game previously, would be to move on from this kind of card system, which, while really actually clever and very modular, we could move to something that would be baking the design into the boards themselves. And the moment we realised that would increase setup time, I had the slightly mad idea,
Right.
which I think, probably
Let's have 11 different boards.
Let's have 11 different boards, unique art styles, which I think everyone said, James, are you sure about this? Do you want to have like 11 distinct bits of art direction for the whole game? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And then that meant we could also be, we could really let Tony off the leash creatively as well, which was something that I wanted to do from the beginning with this project.
Right.
Because you don't have to fit it into the card format, you can there's a lot more design space with the boards, which to be honest, it's been absolutely phenomenal to see what Tony's done with it.
So this is going to be coming to crowdfunding.
Yes.
October-ish.
Probably October right now is what we're looking at. So
Right.
definitely it'll be this autumn that it launches.
Yeah.
And then
Fall for those of you in the US.
yes,
In
absolutely.
case you don't know
Thank
what
you.
autumn is.
And then we will be hopefully delivering it probably towards the end of next year. That's the
Okay.
plan. It might be into the following year. We haven't decided entirely yet. There's still a lot of work we want to do around some balancing, probably after the main artwork is
Yep.
developed.
Right.
And yeah, it's 11 scenarios, and it's got loads of lovely new features as well. A fantastic campaign mode designed
Oh,
by
right.
Jaya,
Nice.
which enables you to play 4 different Snowdonia scenarios together as a kind of campaign. And what's really cool about that is it's designed to work backwardsly compatible with everything that's been released before.
Okay.
So a big theme for us was, let's make this really build on what exists so that
Yeah.
people's master sets aren't just like, replace. No, this is about getting more value out of the content you have already.
Okay. Cool. Right. And Stockton and Darlington is the map that we're going to be playing on today. And it's something about a 200th anniversary of when this track was finished or started.
So it's when the railway first opened. So this is the Stockton. The Stockton Darlington is a really, really special railway because it's the kind of first railway that's like as we would imagine it. Taking passengers and goods
In the UK.
In the UK, but well, actually anywhere in the world.
Was it?
Between different towns? Yeah, it's the
Oh, I
first.
didn't realise.
It is 200. I mean, that's why you might have seen. If you're in the UK, you will have seen maybe at stations the 200th anniversary advertised at like big network rail stations
Right.
this year, because this is regarded as the world's first railway as we know it.
Right.
So there were railways, in mines and for specific things like that before, but the first time you've got passengers, goods travelling together, pulled primarily by steam locomotives, is this railway.
Right.
And so we thought, well, hang on a minute, the stars just aligned very
Yes.
perfectly. Once we learned it was going to be the 200th anniversary, we were sort of like, oh, well, we've got to do this.
Let's
We've
go to
got
Devon
make-
and join Paul and do a playthrough.
Yes.
That was the second thing on it.
Yeah, that was the second thing. It had to be Stockton Darlington, because if you're going to do a game about globetrotting, we've got these different railways from all around the world in Grand Tour. We've got them from Japan, we've got Africa, all over Europe, the Americas. You want to start with the scenario in the new box. That's where it all began.
Right.
And hence we had Stockton and Darlington, which then Jaya had the job of actually designing and bringing to life.
And I read on the Wikipedia page about the Stockton and Darlington Railway that the reason why they created the railway is so that 200 years later, people could make board games about trains.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Got it.
Because it's fair to say we have quite a few board games about building railways.
Still not enough in my
Not enough.
No.
And some of
Perspective.
them are route building train games that are not actually really train games, and some of them are historically accurate train games, which is, I'm gonna say what this is,
Yeah.
because from my experience of Snowdonia, if it starts raining and it gets foggy, you don't do as much work.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
Well, that is the wonderful thing about Snowdonia. It's really a game about building the railway.
yes,
Which again makes it perfect for this theme.
yes. So in the original Snowdonia, you are building the Snowdon Mountain Railway. What are we doing in this one? We're building the Stockton Darlington Railway.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's right.
So what we're going to do here, we're not going to do an absolutely full tutorial. We're going to give an overview of how the game works, and then there'll be more details as we actually do the actions. You two are probably very familiar with the system. I've not played Snowdonia for over 6 years, so I need a bit of a refresher. But yeah, let's hand over to Jaya and explain how we basically play the game.
Yes, absolutely. So, as you correctly pointed out, Paul, today we are building the Stockton and Darlington Railway. Now, most of the rules will be the same as the Mount Snowdon scenario, so I'll just go through it all and we'll get cracking. So, the main structure of the game is that first we'll be placing our workers onto these actions over here.
These are the actions here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We'll place all the workers and then the workers will start taking their actions. After that, there will be some between round admin, so to speak, and then the workers will come off and we repeat.
Okay.
So that's the basic idea. The aim of the game is to have the most points by the time the railway is completed. Now the railway starts here in Witton Park Colliery, and then following this track along all the way through here, we end in Middlesbrough and Newport.
Why didn't they just go from there to there like that?
Made for a less interesting game.
Absolutely.
I think the geography has something to do, and not a little politics. Because I imagine the guys funding the railways said you must come past my mine,
Auntie Sheila's
or
house.
my
Yes.
my Auntie Sheila. Does your Auntie Sheila have a mine? I mean, this is something we need to find out.
As Wikipedia said, game mechanics were thought of in mind
Yes.
when the railway was being built. So yes, we need to get from here to here. Now, you'll notice all these little brown cubes in the way. This is rubble, which we will have to first excavate. Once the rubble is excavated, we'll then start collecting cubes, which we can use. So this is iron ore particularly, we can use to create steel, which we'll then use to turn it into track. We'll keep doing that along here. And once this piece is turned into track, at the end of that round, the game will end.
Okay.
So let's just do an overview of the actions because they neatly take us through pretty much everything else.
Okay. Let's just zoom in on the different actions that are available.
Absolutely. Lovely. So first, we will go to the A action, which is the stop.
Can I just ask a question about these? We're going to place all of our workers first.
Correct.
And then once they're all placed, we then resolve them.
Yes.
Is it the A is resolved first, then the B, then the C?
Yes, that is correct.
Right.
Each area is resolved, so it goes in letter order and then from top to bottom.
From top to bottom. So
So
whoever was there is going to do this action first,
Yep.
and then whoever was there would do that. Right.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
so on. Perfect. And yeah, so we'll just go through them. So first we have the A action here. This is the stockyard where you will collect cubes. You can take 3 cubes from the available ones in the stockyard, which are currently up here.
And one of them can be coal.
Absolutely. You
Right.
can take 3 in any combination, but you're limited to 1 coal. So
Yeah.
you can take 1 coal and 2 stone or 1, 1, 1 or any combination they're in, but
Okay.
limit 1 coal. Iron ore, broadly speaking,
That's the orange one.
yep, that's the
Yep.
orange one, is used for creating steel bars, which is used for laying track and building trains. Stone is primarily used for station building. I'll go into stations in a bit more detail later. And then coal is primarily used to fuel your trains and various vehicles to get an extra worker out the pub temporarily. We only have 2 workers by default, but you can temporarily gain a 3rd.
Yeah.
So that's the A action. Notably, if you are last on this track, so if you take this 4th spot at the bottom here, you also gain the first player marker,
Right,
which looks like that for anyone that needs to see
And
it.
this is from
This is from the master set.
this is from the Deluxe Master set. Is this going to be similar to what you're going to have the first player marker in this game?
I think probably yes, but probably more Britishly accurate train.
Okay.
I think would be the main difference.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. You would never have seen a train like that running on this line.
Right.
certainly.
Okay.
I've just noticed Jai has just stolen the start player. And
Yeah.
decided that he wasn't going to be the start player.
But James abdicated to me on
Like
grounds that he'd prefer I
really
go
stitched
first.
up.
So action A, get resources, and if you go on the last space,
Yes.
which you can do, you don't place them in
That
order.
is correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is an important distinction.
I remember that.
In Snowdonia, you do not necessarily always want to be first on an action. A lot of these actions have
Certainly
certain
that
elements
one.
of sequencing.
Yes.
Exactly, yes, Paul. That might mean you want to go later on them, which sets it apart a little bit from a lot of other worker placements.
Speaking of which, action B
Best.
is clearing rubble, I guess.
Absolutely. This is excavation, where you will remove a certain number of rubble cubes from the nearest available spot on the line.
Yep.
Now, the amount you will remove is based on the work rate track up here. It starts at 2, it can go as high as 4 or as low as 1, and you simply remove that many rubble cubes.
And you've got to remove them in order.
Yeah,
along the
absolutely.
top.
It's completely linear
Yep.
in this scenario. So we'll just go along the line removing them. Now, notably, if you remove the last rubble from any of these station spaces, you will actually score a bonus, potentially points or other resources. So
And that's why you might not want to go first here.
Exactly.
You might want to go second or even third, so that the people ahead of you
someone else does.
remove the rubble and right, got it.
Yeah, someone else does the hard work. You reap the reward. Is the ideal situation.
Yeah.
I think that's enough on that for now. We can cover any details.
Clear rubble get put. Now the rubble, do you keep the rubble, don't you?
That is correct. Yes. So rubble goes into the same area that you would store your cubes in.
Yeah.
Because it can be used as a resource for something I'll explain in a second.
Okay.
And it's also useful for scoring purposes, which I'll go into more detail in later.
Action 3.
C.
And we've covered this space over because it's only used in a 5-player game.
That is
So we're
correct.
playing
That is
4
why
players.
that cross is there. So this is the foundry, or the works, where you can convert. You get three mini actions here. So one worker here actually gets to do this 3 times compared to
Up to 3 times.
Up
Right?
to
three
three,
times,
yes. Your choice. And you can choose any of the 3 small options from this menu, again, in any combination. So you can convert 3 iron ore into 1 steel bar. You can convert 2 rubble into 1 stone. Or you can spend a share certificate, which is a unique resource to the Stockton and Darlington, because it was a big period in business, and so everyone was very much involved in getting shares in the railway. You can expend these to refresh some of your contracts. I'll explain what a contract is in a minute. So you could, for example, spend 9 iron ore and get 3 steel bars. You could spend 6 iron ore and 2 rubble to get 2 steel bars and a stone.
Got it.
That's that. Then we move on to the D action. This
Building
is
track.
laying track, indeed, the actual job we were theoretically hired to do in the first place. When you lay track, you take, so let's pretend that this was already excavated, hypothetically. What you would do when you lay track is you spend steel equal to the current work rate. It can be 1 or 2, depending on how well the weather is going. So you spend that much steel, and then you flip over that many track tiles.
Okay, so this isn't how many tracks you can build, it's how much steel the track costs.
You were right. It is how many track you can build.
Yeah.
It's always 1 steel to build a track.
Well, 1 steel to build a
It's
track.
both. So yeah, this would allow you to spend 2 steel to build 2 tracks.
tracks,
This
okay.
would allow you to spend 1 steel to build 1 track.
Got it.
Now, if it so happens you only have 1 steel bar, or there's only 1 track available to build,
You can still do
just spend the 1.
Yeah.
But if there is 2 and you have 2, you've got to do 2.
Okay.
So, and then to do that, you simply flip this over and then place one of your player markers,
one there.
ownership markers on it to show
So
that
that you're the one that built that track.
now yours. You will score that many points at the end of the game. And track is also very good for contracts, which we'll explain again.
So points are scored
In a second.
end of game points.
All points
There's no
are end of the
scoring
game.
during the game.
Everything can be tracked from what you can see on the board, so there's no score tracker or anything like that. You just sum it all up at the end.
Okay.
That is laying track in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Then we move on to the E action, which is the build action. This allows you primarily to build in station spaces. So if we look here at an example, close-up of a station.
We had a preset for that, didn't we? I'm
Yes,
now going
we
to try and
did.
remember which number it was. Was it number 3? It was number
It
3.
was, well remembered.
Hey. So you build a station on one of these spaces.
Absolutely. So this whole sort of unit of 6 squares is referred to as a station, and then you can choose one of the spaces in there to build in by simply paying the number of resources from your supply that you've got, and then placing your marker on it to show that you now own this. Now, everything to do with ownership markers in Snowdonia, generally speaking, is exclusive. So once I've done that, no one else can do that anymore for the rest of the game. So in this instance, there's 2 sorts of rewards generally. You'll either get points or you'll get some sort of resource reward. The points are obviously scored at the end. If it's a resource reward, you would take it immediately. So this first station is almost exclusively just, nice resources you might want to kickstart your journey, steel bars and shares and the like. The other thing you can, notably, you can only build in stations that we have excavated up to. So you can't build anywhere at the start except the colliery.
Yeah,
Once
which
we've
makes
excavated that rubble, we can start building here. Once that's gone, we can start building here.
And I'm going to take what you said literally.
Yes.
Once we've excavated it,
Yes.
even if we haven't built the track,
Yes.
we can still build the station.
Correct.
Right.
Because
Okay.
the way is clear to send men up to start building things.
Yes.
Or people up to start building things. So then, and notably, if let's say we've excavated this, but this rubble is still here, you can build in these.
But you can't build on these spaces until these are clear. Right. Okay. So some station spaces actually have rubble on.
Yes. Well, no. So remember when I said when you excavate the last rubble on this, you actually get to place your marker on immediately.
Oh, that's a
It all
different type.
Happens as part of excavation.
Right.
If you remove the last rubble, you simply get to immediately place the marker there.
And we have to excavate through the station effectively in order to then get the next bit of track.
Correct. Okay. If anyone's curious, this sort of area of crosses here is a player count related.
Oh, so
section
these
that we're
aren't
not
used in a
using.
5-player game.
So
in a 4-player game, these are not.
Correct. So we'll just move on through that.
Right. Sorry, Hayington and Acliff.
Yep. You're not.
You're not part of our game.
You've with the original conceivers of this railway knew that for 5 players we wouldn't need it.
Yes.
So the other thing you can build is trains. Now there are 6 train cars.
And is it always the same 6 trains?
Over here? No. So there are, for this scenario, and a lot of scenarios, there are generally a selection of 7 that you remove 1 or 2 of randomly.
Okay.
In this scenario, it's 6 of 7. Now, these trains in this scenario have 2 unique gimmicks. One is these 4 engines are upgradable. The Stockton and Darlington was a time of great invention. All sorts of mad things were being created. I don't know if anyone's been following along and seen our follower gift Cycloped, but that is a prime example of one of the mental creations. It was a horse on a treadmill that was used to try to power things.
Okay.
It didn't work. These ones are a bit more sensible than Cycloped. But the key idea here is that once you've purchased a train, you're paying its cost that you've got in the top corner.
They're all steel.
These all just cost one steel bar in this instance. You would take the train and put it in front of you. You can only have one train at a time. You can build another one, but you'll have to return the one you already have to the engine shed. And then it will come in, you'll put an ownership marker on it in this instance at the sort of level 1 section of the train, so to speak. And then at the start of each round, you can pay the costs here to further level up the train and increase its value. So at first, this train, for example, comes with no bonuses at all. But then once you move it up to here, you can take an extra cube from the stockyard every time you take an A action. And if you upgrade it again, you can take 5 cubes with every A action. So it can become very powerful.
Right. And I've noticed in the bottom left of each of these trains is the cost to buy your extra worker for that round.
Absolutely. So what all trains have in common is that they allow you to hire an additional labourer from the pub.
Yes.
You will only get them for the one round, but having 3 workers is obviously 50% more output. That's quite powerful.
Yeah.
But it costs a coal each time you're going to do that.
Okay.
Now, not all trains cost the same. For example, the Experiment costs more, though as you upgrade it, you can actually get to the point where your worker is free, which is quite nice.
Okay.
So I won't go into full detail on what every train does, but broadly, this one gives you extra resources, this one gives you extra points, this one gives you better conversion rates and things. This one gives you cheaper workers, and these two are horses instead.
Right.
This is the Dandy Wagon, which was a fabulous invention designed to give horses rests on downhills. And this was the Union, which was a stagecoach that pulled passengers along in the early days. So all these trains are prone to exploding. Because they are unconventional. So if a certain occurrence is drawn out of this bag, if two event cubes, which we'll explain later, are drawn out simultaneously, your train will explode if you don't have the means to pay to hold it together. Horses don't explode.
Well, look, I said this before. It depends how determined you are.
If you are not Mr. Boydell, horses shouldn't explode.
Okay.
However, when we get to a certain point, a certain event called modernization, which is when sort of the theme there is that the technology is stabilized, the trains will stop exploding, but the horses will have to go because the railway did eventually transition from using horses and steam engines to exclusively using steam engines. So they'll be better in the early game, but they'll give out later.
Right.
This mechanic actually inspired, isn't it, by the fact that there were multiple boiler explosions, weren't there, on the Stockton and Darlington Railway? So it's very historically based.
Absolutely. I believe the Chitter Pratt was definitely recorded to have exploded, and then it was later reintegrated into an engine called the Royal George. It was the Wild West, but in the north of England.
Right.
Okay. That's building.
Action F.
Action F, contracts. So contract cards are very, very important. If you do not take contract cards, you will lose the game.
Right.
I'm just saying that for everyone who ever played.
Challenge accepted.
So, contract cards are these cards that we have.
Well, we've got a big deck.
We have a big deck of them.
And was it just shuffled and 3 dealt out at random?
That is correct. So in setup, 3 of these were dealt out at random, and as the game moves on, this will go a bit like a conveyor belt with new ones coming in as players take them. They comprise of 2 primary purposes. The first is a once per game.
Let's just zoom in on one of them.
Yeah.
We're just going to zoom in on the middle contract so you can see what it's like.
Lovely. So once per game, you get a special effect. That's this top box here. So in this instance, this gives you a discount on stone. Once you've used that, you would just turn it sideways to show that it's done its job.
I've used it, yeah.
You can only use it once per game. Normally. However, in the Stockton and Darlington, as we said earlier in the C action, you can use these share certificates to reuse them. So you can create little engines and combos there if you're keeping an eye out. So that's the top half of them. And then the bottom half of them is at the end of the game, it's effectively like a
if you've done
bonus.
this.
Exactly.
So if you've got 6 rubble cubes and you've built 1 track,
you'll
get
score 14 points.
Right.
So these are quite juicy because they take all the work you've done anyway and then turn it into further points.
Yeah.
Notably, these do not stack. So if you have this one and this one, say, you would need 3 track total to score them
that
both.
makes sense. The track that you use for one of them can't be used
Exactly.
for the other.
Exactly. And then we use these during action resolution between the actions. I'll manage that when we get there.
So that action at F is take a contract,
Yes.
and also
And then you may, when taking the contract, this is again unique to this scenario, you can spend a share you sort of place the share, or attach the share to the card for today. And then what that means is you are allowed to score that contract multiple times. So if you had 12 rubble and 2 track, you could score this twice
Right.
for 28.
and 3 times, 4 times,
3 times, 4
with
times.
just one contract.
Yep, just one contract will allow you to score that as many times as you like. So you could, for example, maybe just try and take a single contract and optimize.
And do it
towards
like
that.
5 times.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's lots of different ways we can use
Interesting.
contracts here, for trains, for contracts multi-scoring, for contracts multi-use.
Yeah.
Many bits and pieces. And then finally,
Final action of the game is moving your surveyor.
correct, this is the G action. So you may have noticed there are a bunch of colourful chaps stood up here with long rulers.
And mustaches.
Fine moustaches that are a bit different from these chaps with pickaxes. These are our surveyors, and they will, over the course of the game, be moving on their own little journey along the tracks. When you take this action, you simply pick up your surveyor and then move them along the track to the next station. They do not care about any rubble in the way or any track or anything like that.
Or other surveyors.
Other surveyors,
Yeah.
none of that matters. You just pick them up and move them one space. Why do you want to do this? Because each station has a little surveyor bonus associated with it. Now, some of them are worth points, which simply means that if at the end of the game your surveyor's gone that far, you'll score that many points. Or they might be a reward. So if he moves to here, you would get yourself a share certificate. And then a couple stations allow you to do this, where you can take a share, or you can build in Middlesbrough and Newport, which is this final station, which has some quite big,
This is here. This is
juicy
this one, isn't
points.
it?
Yeah, that's
Right,
that little
okay.
symbol there. Now, that's exciting because usually you wouldn't be able to build here until near the very end of the game once everything had been excavated. But as you can see, there are some really high juicy point totals here. So if when your surveyor moves there, you have the resources, you can immediately take a free build action in that area.
Okay.
Or take a share. Notably though, if your surveyor ends the game on a station, sorry, that's actually Skern Bridge that has that bonus. If your surveyor ends the game in a station that has one of these, that's not actually worth any points, and you won't score your 10.
you won't
for
score
being past
that?
No. So you've got to make sure if you are going far along to not get caught out and get stuck on a station that doesn't have any points on it.
Right. Okay.
So,
So that's the actions covered.
That's all the actions, and I think, to be honest, in the name of getting going, that's probably enough.
Can we just talk a little bit about the weather?
Yes,
Because
of course.
I'm English.
Yes.
And I just want to talk about the weather.
Absolutely.
So what is the weather currently? Because we've got some discs here.
Yes.
Is
So
this the current weather?
no, the current weather is this one. which
Neutral.
At the start of the game is nothing.
There's no weather.
There is no weather. Somehow this is the least thematic game about England that's ever existed. But in between rounds, these will slide along based on the top card of this deck.
So we know it's going to rain tomorrow.
So yeah, we know it'll rain tomorrow and then it'll be sunny. And the basic effect of that is increasing and decreasing the work rate tracks here. So in the rain, everyone's work gets worse and less effective. In the sun, everyone's work gets more effective.
Yeah.
And this affects all players equally, but obviously you might be able to leverage a unique situation from that. So yeah.
And if it's foggy, that's what these dots are.
Yeah, so if
We
it's
can't
foggy,
use those spaces.
you can use you can use these spaces below them, but these two become covered up. So you can.
Now that is a change to Snowdonia, isn't it? In Snowdonia, when the fog hit, you couldn't do it.
That's correct.
Right. Okay.
A lot of scenarios these days use this rule for fog for Snowdonia, but some of them use the more old school.
Well,
And
it
that's
was
now
the-
our standard approach, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, well, it was because I just got so exhausted by all the crying and the weeping and the gnashing of teeth about how unfair fog was.
From those board game players.
Yeah, exactly.
Pesky
It's
board
like,
game.
God.
But that's
to be a
realistic.
yeah,
It's
just-
realistic. They
in
didn't
North
go out
Wales.
laying track in the fog.
Well, the contradiction was that the game's event system, and John's going to talk about events in a minute, the event system ignored that and would get on with these jobs anyway. So even if we were blocked by fog and an event said do some digging, the game would do the digging. So
Somebody else would go.
yes, it's a second reason for the crying and the lamentation. So yeah.
If you or someone you love has been affected by fog, please send a letter to Mr. Boydell,
Yes.
and he will.
Burn it in my furnace.
So
Stick it in one of the horses. It might explode.
Anything else, Paul, you'd like to
Nope.
quickly go over?
No,
before
I'm
we
good.
Get cracking.
Buy 5 trains and no contracts. That's what he said.
Yeah, keep flying trains. Definitely don't get any contracts. Don't reuse contracts for sure.
Great. I'm glad everyone's got the strategy.
We've sabotaged Paul
Yeah.
already. That's
All good.
Right.
We'll talk about the events later. I'm happy not knowing them for now, but that's part of the admin at the end of the round.
Yes. So the events, the weather, and the contracts refreshing are all part of an admin step that I think is. I'll just explain as I do them.
And you'll see
first
that.
time.
You'll see that in a bit. Right then.
Grand. Okay, I have the first player marker. So
I'm wondering whether everyone's all right on the chat. Does anyone know?
Yes.
I think everybody's all right.
Lovely.
I've got nothing hanging from my nose.
James is saying, is there a purpose to the non-track paths? They are adding a lot of business to the board and much lighter to be less distracting.
These, so they're purely
Cosmetic.
Right. Well, I haven't think cosmetic at the moment. This is very much not the final artwork for this. It's getting there, but there's a few little things we'd like to do, and we agree at the moment these are a little bit too prominent, and the track is not prominent enough. So, but for anyone watching, you can just ignore them because they are purely cosmetic.
Got it. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Lovely. Right. Well, I will place my first worker, and I will do something unglamorous and unfancy, and just go and take some resources.
Okay.
Well, the work rate is 2.
Correct.
The digging removal of rubble is 2. So
Yes.
if I go on the second space,
Yes.
then assuming somebody goes ahead of me,
Yes.
I will get the bonus for clearing the rubble on that space.
So, in this instance, there's no bonus available because this is just an ordinary track tile.
Okay.
The bonuses come with the building spaces. That
Oh,
have rubble on
right.
them. So, if you'd done that here, you'd get 5
I would
points.
get the bonus.
But in this instance, there's no bonus to be won.
I'm going
This
there.
is just rubble. Absolutely fine, sir.
I'm going to say I'm the one who cleared that rubble from that space.
I am the one who digs.
Yeah.
Is that the double work rate contract?
Don't bother looking at that. I think you'll find that on there for that very reason. That's double. That's double the excavation.
Tony, he knows this game too well.
He's in.
Right, okay.
And everyone, look how nicely I simply ignored that to go and get some cubes.
Well, this will make Tony happy, so I'm going to go here.
Lovely.
Yeah, nothing like being in last place.
That makes it my turn again. Everyone's just leaving all these juicy resources on the table for someone to have. So I think that someone could be me.
So in the stockyard, we have 7 iron, 4 stone, 1 coal.
Correct.
That's 12. Right. So 4 people can go there and
there'll be enough.
There'll be enough.
However, there's only going to be 12 cubes coming in each round. So the second any shenanigans start happening and people take more than their dues or events
Then there
reduce
won't
this,
be enough
then
for
there
people.
might not be enough. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's go there and get some stuff.
lovely.
Well, I fancy an interest in this railway line. I fancy getting myself a shared certificate.
Lovely. Off the gauntlet.
And my surveyor will walk along and get himself an interest.
I think I'm going to do the same, actually.
Lovely.
I mean, it is common at the start of the game that these actions are not taken because nobody has any steel.
Yeah,
And
that's-
you kind of don't want to do this until you've
No
built
one's
up a
got
lot of
any
resources.
to convert,
So
and no one's got any resources to build with. So this is a fairly normal turn 1 game state.
okay. So action A.
Action A. So
you,
now,
and then you again.
absolutely. So I take this worker off the board as I resolve the action. So I'm going to take 3 cubes. I'm going to take my 1 coal as I'm allowed and 2 iron ore here. And then I'm going to do that again to take another 3 iron ore cubes. I've got my eye on some juicy building spaces in that first station that I quite like to make use of.
So I'll take 2 iron and some stone.
Lovely.
And then that leaves me with 3 stone.
Lovely.
Just going to put the resources and start
And
playing.
you indeed take the start player marker from me.
Thank you
There
very
you are.
much.
And then I come along and I remove 2 rubble from here.
Yep.
And have a sandwich.
Nothing's happening there, nothing's happening there, nothing's happening there. Oh, look, Uncle Tony goes and takes it. Double excavates. But
Now, do these slide down immediately?
No, they'll move later.
Okay.
Take your worker off, please. Thank you, sir. And then you just go again.
And this is going to answer Brian's question in the chat. The surveyor spot is unlimited.
yes. Well, it isn't in this scenario.
No.
There are only
No. I think he means, well, I assume he means
Here, yes.
there. Everybody can go there and get
Yes,
the bonus.
In first base game Snowdonia, the G action was you could have as many people in there.
Oh, I
as
see what
wanted
you
to
mean.
be.
Oh, okay.
But in this scenario, it's very much constrained.
Right.
So my go is going to go toddling along to Gormless Bridge, for which I pick up a
Lovely share
share.
certificate.
Very nice.
If only we could go for a walk and get investments in railways.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Well, Railway Mania kind of was a bit like that. Everyone was buying them. So I'm going to take my work and I'm going to do exactly the same thing and also get a share certificate.
Okay, lovely.
So end of round 1, we do the administration, which is that this?
Yes, so the admin is not depicted on the board in terms
right.
of the order you would do it in. Well, bits of it are, but basically what happens is if there was a contract in this position, we would discard it. There isn't one, so we don't worry. Then anything that is still here slides down to fill the gaps. Then we take any cards from the top, as many cards from the top as necessary to fill the gaps.
Yep.
Then we look at the symbol that's been revealed on the top of the deck, which is rain.
Yeah.
And then we advance the weather to place that in there.
Okay.
Then we resolve the weather at a disc that has just come to the top.
So -1 on the work rate
Yes. So
of both.
in this case, excavation now we're only excavating 1 cube, which is quite sad, and track laying rate remains.
Hasn't
at 1.
changed, but it's
further
it's
away.
further away. Yeah.
too. And then the final thing that occurs is we draw cubes from the bag. The number you draw from the bag is based on player count. For four players or more, it's 12.
Okay, right. So, we're going to get our first event.
And the white cube is an event.
That is correct. White cubes are event cubes. Oh my gosh, it's going to be an incredibly eventful start to the game.
That's 10.
2 more.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 events. So first we just place those in there, and then I'll come over here and we resolve the events one at a time.
Okay.
The first event.
Shall I zoom in on
yes,
this?
please. That'd be handy actually. So the first event is this excavation event.
So the first cube that we draw goes on here, and that means somebody else has come along and done some excavating.
Indeed.
Because we're too lazy.
Another company has gone, this is too slow, we'll get an extra help in. Here we go. And the other company is a bit more effective than us as well, because they excavate a number of spaces on the board equal to the work rate rather than cubes.
Okay.
So in this case, they just finish this one space off because the work rate is currently 1.
Yeah.
Had the work rate been 4, they'd have gone 1, 2, 3, 4 and done something much more explosive.
Wow. Okay.
So the weather can affect them a lot. Then our second event is...
And rubble has gone from the game, and that flips over?
No, so that will flip over when someone lays track on it. For now, it's just cleared ground for the purposes of laying track on. However, what has now happened as a result of that is the Gormless Bridge has become available for building.
People can build stations with stone. Or steel.
Or steel,
Oh, okay,
yes.
right.
Because this, so interestingly, in real life, this bridge was made of iron, entirely of wrought iron, and it has a very fascinating, intricate design. However, it does let me show off a new mechanic, which is bridges in some scenarios are stations that have to be built in a specific order.
Hence the arrow
going from left to right. So you can't build this juicy 3-stone 7-point spot until you build this first. If anyone's curious, the track icon here simply means that if you want to, you can use the player marker that you would have there as if it were a piece of track for contracts at the end of the game.
Okay, because it is track, because it's a bridge.
Yeah, because it's part of the bridge, exactly.
Okay, got it.
So you'll get your points, and then if you want to, you can use it for that. Obviously, it is still a token or a station space, so you're going to have to decide, do I use it for a building or a track spot? Anyhow, that's probably getting a bit too nitty-gritty. Then the second event is unique to this scenario, which is this contract event.
Ooh, okay.
This means we'll go in player order. Everyone gets dealt 2 contracts from the top of the deck.
Okay.
Now, everyone's going to look at these and privately pick one to keep and one to discard. We'll reveal the ones that were chosen and then discard once everyone has selected.
Interesting. So I think I'm going to keep this one.
Yes. This. Lovely. Okay, so
Can I just ask a rules question at this point?
absolutely.
Because both James and I have shares, and we have literally just taken a contract. Could we cash our share in at this point to upgrade our multi-scoring ability?
Currently, the share certificate can only be used when you're
doing
taking one
the
from the F
okay.
action. That may change later in development, but for now, that is the rule.
I wouldn't want to lean heavily, you know.
Lovely. Has everyone taken their contract?
Yes.
Yep. Beautiful. Okay, that's now the events resolved, which means we've completed an entire round
Yay.
of Snowdonia, the Stockton and Darlington scenario.
Round 2.
Lovely, round 2. And I no longer go first.
Yes, it's me to go first, isn't it?
Indeed.
Looks like there's a terrible glut of coal. So I would like some of the coal, definitely, at some point.
Lovely. There we go. Well, I will follow.
So how are you getting the coal?
I'm going to build this 1 stone for 2 coal building space.
Oh,
Because there's no coal in the stockyard.
Right, I
Can
see.
find alternative means to obtain it. I would also. I'm just going to simply follow. How am I going to follow suit there? How many other people are going to build? You two probably don't look like you're going to build. I'll go do something else. I will join in on that walking action.
so excavating this turn, the work rate is 1, so you'd only get 1 cube, and it would be this one.
Correct.
Seems a bit weak.
It is. I'll give you that one for free.
Yeah.
even I'm not considering it, and I can take double.
Exactly.
So I'm not interested in that.
Oh, so we've only got 10 cubes there. So the danger is if I go here and 3 other people go there, I'm only going to get 1 cube. Correct.
Yes.
Now, it might not happen. You never
No.
know. But
Well, the more people that are going there now, the less
The less
incentive
likely.
for anybody else to jump in on that.
That's
Isn't that
2
devious?
cubes.
It is.
That's brutal. I don't have any ability to get even more cubes. No. So that's something. Oh, very nice.
How many rounds does this game normally last? Do we know?
Well, it depends on the weather and the way the events come out, but
Right.
typically Snowdonia would take about 10 or 11
Okay,
rounds.
Yeah.
But if you get a fantastic run of weather, the whole thing could be done in 7 rounds.
Right.
And the game sort of runs away with you.
I'll build again.
Oh, surveyor.
Okay. Is that everyone? Oh no.
Tony's got 1 left.
Tony's got 1 more.
Well, I don't like being last, so I
Oh.
settle for 1 cube, whatever the flavour that may be.
Okay.
Lovely.
I think Tony's going to get no cubes, right?
1. There are 10 cubes in there.
Oh, okay.
You'll take 3 each, unless someone's using a contract card. So yes, contract cards activate. The opportunity to activate them comes just before any of the workers act on that space. So now, if anyone had an A contract, they could choose to tap it now before any of the workers took action to do the effect on the card. Some cards just have a nice effect that happens right now. Some modify what your workers do. There's a few different sorts.
Like mine, for example, triggers just when there would be the train maintenance.
Yes, in your instance, that one doesn't trigger on an action. It triggers.
But if I had one that said A, I could do it now.
Yes.
Before it. Well,
Yeah, before any of this.
Before
was on.
any of
Yeah,
that.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So you could potentially snag something someone thought they were going to get.
I'll take that. And I'm going to take. I'm planning ahead. So I'm going to take
Stuff.
2 stone and some iron.
Lovely.
I shall take 3.
I think I'm going to take 3 stone.
Lovely.
Tony gets the iron and the first play marker.
Indeed. And at this point, the first play marker for me is far more valuable than that one piece of iron.
Right. Okay.
Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And so we get to building.
so
James.
Although there's nothing there, if anyone wanted to activate contracts along the way, you would be allowed to.
Right. Okay. Got it.
So I'm going to spend my 1 stone.
Build
Excellent.
the start of the station.
Right.
That goes back in the bag.
Yep.
And you get 2 coal.
Get 2 coal out of
Which
the bag.
comes out of the bag in this instance. Lovely. While James is doing that, I'll build as well. So I'm going to spend 5 iron ore. Oh, could go in the bag, please.
Wow.
To build this space here.
Oh, we
Gets
can
me
use 2 steel
2
bars.
steel bars, which is slightly below market rate. Which I'm quite happy with.
It saves
And
in the
it's a
action,
station on the board
saves
as
in the
well.
action of going to the
Yeah,
foundry
absolutely.
to get the steel.
And then we both move our surveyors.
Yes, we do.
And you
we
both
both
get
have
a shed.
What did they talk about on the way, I wonder?
The weather.
Indeed, that was the answer.
I've got this great idea for a board game.
Lovely, we get one of these each. And that marks the end of that round. So,
So we restock the stockyard with 12
last.
cubes.
So the first thing
Oh,
we
sorry,
do
we did the
is
contracts.
this. So that discards.
That's done.
These slide down and we draw a new one.
And fog.
And then fog will occur. As we've explained, fog won't modify the work rates, but it will, however, render certain actions.
But
less
it's now
useful.
sunny.
But it's now sunny,
So
which
that
is
moves
just
2 and that
lovely.
moves 1.
So that's 2
Right.
and that moves 1. So now excavation suddenly looking a lot more appealing than it did before. Then we draw 12 cubes from the bag, please.
Okay.
How's everyone doing on the chat?
Yeah, how's everybody doing?
Time.
Well, how many people have we got who are watching who have played Snowdonia, and how many people have we got watching who haven't played Snowdonia? Just curious as to what mix of people we've got watching.
Right.
There you go.
That's an event.
So another event has been drawn, Jar.
I forgot to activate my contract card like a fool.
Oh no!
Well, we could allow him to backtrack, but
I'm
then
happy to
no,
because he's teaching.
not at all.
No, I'm not allowing
You
myself
should
that.
know better.
I made it. I have the home field
So
assignment.
space number 3, I'm going to guess
Oh, some automatic trap getting built.
somebody comes along and
Indeed.
builds some track.
Now, they will flip over. The game will flip over a number of track tiles equal to the work rate. It's one, so they just simply flip that one over.
Okay.
Now that means no one can have that, so I'll just put one of these on it to show that. That's
Okay.
done.
You don't need to put a cross on it because it's already face down and
Yeah.
there's no.
You don't
Well,
have to.
that's
Some
fine.
people just find it makes it a lot
Yeah,
clearer.
but then those same people complain to me that they haven't got enough X tokens.
Yeah.
You're dealing with somebody who's had to deal with this stuff for 14 years.
Not bitter or anything. But
Well, I'm going to put one there.
Put
for
one
the
there.
sake
Just
of
for
the
clarity.
put one there.
Just for clarity.
Or we could even use the colour that's not in play.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, now you're confusing everybody. Now you just, I mean, I was already
That would work for me.
slightly shuddering about it. Now you're making me really.
That pesky
Oh,
purple
dear.
player.
Oh, dear.
Lovely. That is the event resolved. That's been quite an event-heavy game so far.
How many white cubes are there in the bag?
There are only 5, and that bag has
Oh, when 4 of them come out, 1, 2, 3 go back in.
absolutely. So there are only 5 total, and no one's hoarding large piles of cubes, so
No.
so the likelihood of that's pretty low actually.
Okay.
But it happens. That's the fun of Snowdonia. It's variable based on the day. So we now go back to turn order, starting with Mr. Boydell.
Well, I still need some more things. So let's get some more things.
You never can have enough things.
Nope.
I think I would like to do some more building.
Lovely stuff. I would also like to do some more building as it happens.
Well, since the sun's come out, I'm going to go here.
Not a bad time.
That's not going to help. So just keep the start play.
Classic.
Is this bonkers? Maybe it is.
Oh my god. Mr. Naylor wants to build things.
Yes, I would like to
okay.
build.
In that case, I'm going to come and get some contracts, methinks.
That's what I was about to do. I mean, I could, but you might take the one that I want.
Until you try.
So I'm going to stick with the plan. I'm going to excavate again.
Nothing like digging.
I do like rubble. Right, everybody's placed.
Yeah, so I get
You get
3. So I'm going to get my first worker's going to take 2 of those and 1 of those, and my second worker's going to take all 3 stone.
so not taking the coal.
Nope.
Yes, so although contracts, we would argue, are very essential, trains are not necessarily essential to win the game.
That was one of the very early design considerations, having played lots of worker placement games,
Yeah.
you know, during the late 2000s, was that it shouldn't be a shoe-in that you have to increase the number of workers you've got.
Right, yeah.
So plenty of people have won Snowdonia without even going near the trains.
Right.
So
And I've tried to continue that ethos with the design of these trains, where yes, they can reach much more powerful heights than the normal games trains because of the upgrades, but you are paying more to get them there.
Yeah.
there is a temptation for less experienced players to get a train and then effectively spend their 3rd worker every turn to get the coal to
get
power
the
the
3rd
train.
worker.
Yeah, so
but-
they're not really achieving
No.
quite the other things that other players are doing.
Yeah.
Which is why contracts are so much more important, because a lot of them effectively give you a free worker action.
Yeah. Okay. It's me, isn't it? I'm digging 6.
Lovely. So
So
that's 5
5
from there
and that
and
one.
1 from there. Lovely stuff. Quite the collection.
I think you said play with the most rubble at the end wins. So
Well,
it was something on a point.
Let's rewind.
Not
We
rubble.
can check that, but I think that's
Absolutely.
incorrect.
Well, you've got 5 points from that.
Exactly.
clear forward.
Exactly.
So maybe. Okay, great. James, begin to build your empire.
I would, yes. I just want to keep building loads of things. So I'm going to take this and get 2 more share certificates.
share certificates,
This is
lovely.
probably far too many share certificates, but do you know what? Hell, let's just do it. So
You're a businessman.
I do.
You're more shares.
I love owning equity.
Oh my gosh, 5
So
shares.
I'm then going to put those 3 in, and then I'm going to get those as well.
at some point, I'm sure those will do wonderful.
So at
things
some
for
point they're going to do something exciting.
Now, is
Never
the
have to
question
play
is,
train maintenance again. That's something.
a lot of the cards in the contract deck are standard between all of the different scenarios. There's like a core, but you would swap some of them in and out depending on the scenario to add flavour to the contracts as well as the board and the mechanics on the board itself. So the question is there a contract card that cares about how many share certificates you've got? Because then that would be the one that James would
guessing there is.
grab.
I believe there is one. Yes.
How did you build 2 stations?
He accidentally skipped me.
Sorry.
But it's okay. I wasn't going to do that. So
Yeah.
we'll just allow that.
Sorry.
I'm going to build a train.
I got so carried away.
Choo choo. So I'm going to spend my steel bar here to construct one of the available of the
gonna get?
of 6 trains over here. And I think the one I'm going to go for, yes, is the experiment.
Okay.
Which
Was it actually called the experiment?
It was just
Called Experiment.
yes.
Not even the experiment, Paul, just experiment.
Experiment, yes. The name of things, were the experiment, locomotion number 1.
Yep.
They were kept very simple. Experiment is specifically this little carriage at the back, which was the first ever sort of carriage designed to have people in it. As you can see, actually, before that, people were mainly just riding along
In the kind of coal wagons.
wagons.
Hence, it was an experiment.
It was an experiment, and clearly, given we all sit in little cabins when we ride trains today, one that paid off.
It didn't have a toilet though, Paul.
Okay.
You just have to hang out the back.
Wow.
So I bought the experiment. The experiment's main thing is, its main benefit is that as I start to upgrade it, I can eventually get to the point where I no longer have to spend coal to get my extra worker from the pub.
Got it.
It's very expensive to get there, but we'll see if I can make it work.
Any time you can upgrade that, so you could spend your share certificate now. Is that correct? And move it up.
Not
Oh no, it's when you
yes,
want to
sorry.
take your
My
worker,
other
isn't it?
things up here as well. So
We still can't see there.
oh no, thank
See
you.
there. I mean, we don't really need those on camera.
No, we don't.
That's fine. We don't need
Okey-dokey.
these.
So, you upgrade your train in the same window before you take your first action that you would also hire your worker. So just before you place your first worker for the round, you get to decide if you want to use your train's ability to get an extra labourer. That's also when you can upgrade it once. So it'll take me a minimum of 2 rounds paying through things to upgrade it to that level. And there's always the risk if 2 event cubes come up in the same turn that it blows up before that. Unless we get to event 6. Anyway, that's getting a bit fiddly. I've purchased experiment. That's the end of that.
Contract time.
Contract time. That's me as well. I'm going to take this one because it says get cubes on it, and I like cubes. And then before we end the round this time, I'm going to remember
Beginning of G.
beginning of G. I'm going to activate my G contract here, which says immediately draw 3 cubes from the supply bag. If I draw any events this way, I put them back, but anything else I get, I just get the cube. So here are my 3 cubes. Iron ore, iron ore, iron ore. Lovely. I'll take my 3 iron ore, and that's now tapped to show that that's been
used. Yeah.
which again usually would mean that's done forever, but in this scenario, perhaps not. Okay, that's the end of the round, I believe, unless anyone else had a contract.
No, then we're good.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So this one we get rid of. Slides down to that position. We reveal 2 more.
Oh, look. If you have 2 shares, you get 9 points.
There you go.
Okay.
And then we've got more fog coming in after some rain, which pushes this down to here. So we put the fog there, and then James, could you do the honors?
Yes, of course,
Please,
absolutely.
please.
Right. Okay, so the stockyard's going to be very full.
Yes.
So it's going to be juicy. Okay.
Very
right.
overabundance.
Oh, because we didn't empty it last time.
Yes, that's 4. Okay, that's 5. So just 3 more to go.
Don't draw another event cube, please.
So 2 event cubes at the same time.
Will
Yes, please.
cause my train to potentially explode.
Oh, you got away with it, Giles.
You got away with it. You've drawn so many already. I thought I'd probably be safe. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of coal though.
That suddenly, my early coal strategy is feeling like it's not, I'm not feeling like the coal baron anymore.
Okay, so we have another event here,
Yes.
which is this one. So,
So that is station.
we're going to build a station, and then these 3 cubes are going to go back in the back.
Correct. So those 3 cubes go back in the bag now, and then this station is closed, which means that
Right, it just builds on all of the
it
other
builds on all
spaces.
the remaining spaces.
Yeah.
If they had points associated with these, they would still score the players at the end of the game. And
Yes.
when it comes to contracts that care about you having built-in stations, those places still count. It just means that no further.
No further bet. Yeah, somebody else has come along and finished it off.
Exactly that.
Right.
So that is that event, and thankfully I didn't have to maintain my experiment. Lovely. So we are back to actions, which continue to start with Tony.
Yes. This is where I'm thinking about things.
Yes. Now thinking is an important thing to do in Snowdonia. Difficult to win without that.
So we've got, this is available. This isn't quite available yet because of those two little
That's
thingies
correct.
there. So we've got that possibly if I was to go digging. But Paul might do that for me anyway.
Might.
I've
done a lot of it.
I think it's only reasonable, however, I need to get some stuff that's better than stuff.
Stuff and things.
Oh, I'm going to get a contract.
No, but I know which one you're going to say.
That's true. That helps. Okay. I am going to, before I place my first worker, then I'm going to use my train. So first, I'm going to spend this share certificate to upgrade it, which takes it up to level 2 here.
Now you can spend a coal.
And then, thanks to its slightly discounted rate, I can spend a coal
Go and
to
get your
get
third worker.
my third worker.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
So I get 3 little guys this turn. And the first thing I'm going to do is go and get some bits.
Get a contract.
Gotta go here.
That puts it back to me again.
You sure you don't want to go there? Just a bit up there, not that one.
No, I'd kind of like to go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so surprisingly, Tony. Yeah, Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's this one. Actually, I think it's that one right at the bottom. Yeah,
You're next to that little icon.
the little icon. Oh, it comes with a little train, doesn't it?
Does come with
It
a
comes with a little train. I love a little train.
Isn't that sweet?
So yeah,
I am going to go for a walk.
And I'm going to get some resources.
Well, there you see, Paul's going to take the resources that you would have had,
Yeah.
but you've let him do
It's
it
a-
by leaving that gap.
oh, of course. And there's just so few resources. Oh wait, hang on.
Right, so it's yellow, I believe, Joe.
No, I can go again, actually.
He's got his third action.
Yeah,
You can still get stuck.
lovely
here.
train, as we were saying. Yeah. He was concerned with his train.
I am going to go and get even more bits and pieces.
Okay.
So, I am going to, let's see. in
Hoovering
theory,
up
I have
things.
no need of this anymore. So I'm going to take, but it's useful for that. So I'm going to take 2 stone and a coal with that worker and take that person back.
And then it's
Now
Paul's.
it's Paul.
It is. Yep.
Whatever he
I'm
wants.
going to take 2 coal and some iron.
You
can
can
take one
only ever
coal.
take
So you
one
know,
coal.
I'll take 1 coal and an iron and a stone.
That's me again. This time I'm going to take 2 iron and a coal.
The derision.
That's
honestly.
not all you have to give him.
Oh, sorry, it slipped my mind.
I will take that as
You
well.
will take
Thank
that,
you very
yeah.
much. There's some resources here as
Don't
well.
choke
Right?
on it.
I'll take a coal and I will take 2 iron.
Lovely, jubbly. Then
Paul, if you go here, you can take the start.
I can.
line. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't mind
I
going
would have
second.
done that. I would have done that.
over to the sea action.
Yeah, let's convert 6 of those into 2.
I'm going to do this before you do that, but that's fine.
Yep, that's
It
fine.
just converts. Onto,
Thank
if I
you
do I want to do
so
that? I
much.
don't know, because I get points for rubble.
Well, you can only score that once.
Yeah, but that's fine, because I'm going to say that.
Oh, well, if you're going to take that then.
Yeah.
Maybe don't.
Okay.
Lovely.
See, no one's laying track. It's me building a train, so I will pay.
Ah, which
Which one do you go for?
Well, you know,
the
I quite
horses
like.
close to outmoding.
I quite like this one.
Nice.
Stationary engine.
A stationary engine.
Yeah.
So it
There
doesn't
you
move.
go.
Oh, right.
Stationary.
Stationary.
Not stationary.
yeah.
So it doesn't move.
It doesn't move. It's not
Yeah.
made of paper.
So I'm just going to try and put my a paperclip railways joke in
Yeah.
because that has the tagline
It does.
where the trains are stationary, which
So
I think was very clever.
When it first opened, at a couple of points on the line, they used these engines to haul things uphill.
Yeah.
So they attach the wagon to the station.
They're
Then,
basically cranes.
exactly, then cranks it up.
Yeah, winch things up the hill, back down again.
Yeah, the technology was pretty crazy. A mixture of things going on when the
Yeah.
railway opened.
So you place one of your player markers on the level 1 bit of that, or if you want to, Tony, you can flip it over where you've got the effect.
I will do that
detailed
because
in text
actually
form.
it's a bit nice.
That might
Yeah.
be a bit easier to use. Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay.
Just put that there so
Lovely.
people can perhaps see my
We'll take your
my little worker
worker
not
back,
that one.
and then
It's my turn.
James
Contract?
gets to take
Yes, I know it will be a huge surprise to you, Paul, that that is the contract which I would like.
Lovely. Those return thusly, and then I'm going on ahead. See you, lads. Eat my dust, as they said in the
1825.
1800s.
Yeah. I'm glad you weren't in costume when you cosplaying an early Victorian engineer. Eat my dust.
If anyone does
Bitches.
come and see me in any of my immersive theatre shows that I also do, that is not a representative of
So
the
this is
average quality
yeah.
of performance.
Isn't Bard Kingdom Brunel vampire killer? Is it? You're just going to go for that vibe.
Lovely. Is there anyone else? Any contracts? Anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. In which case, we do the slide. We do the flip.
Come on. We're going to have what I want.
Hey, sun's come out.
And then the sun's coming
Makes
out after a lot of fog.
2 days of
A
fog.
big old foggy day. So let's block
So the fog, if you want to flip to the actions, Paul, is
those two
for
spots.
this round only, because there's fog, we cover up the first 2 spaces. First space on each of those 2 actions. So we can still do those actions, but it's
There's
limited.
less of them.
The rate still applies as it would on the wood.
Yeah.
Then we draw 12 cubes, please, James.
Yes, absolutely. Right.
Okay.
So what have we got for stockyard this time? We have... Right, we've got 3 iron, 3 stone. You're
6.
glad to hear I've not drawn an event yet. So that's...
I'm very happy about that.
Okay. But I have now drawn an event. So
1 is fine.
So there you go. 1,
2
2.
is Nightmare Town.
Okay, so it's just 1 more cube. 1 more.
Is it going to be white?
Oh, it's a stone.
Oh, good.
I was well.
You
We
keep
were
get-
ready. We do have
keep getting
we do
away
have a
with it,
steel
John.
bar. We are
So that cube goes on here,
protected.
Yes.
and it means that they're clearing 2 cubes.
So
The next 2 spaces,
they
right?
are
Oh, sorry,
killing
the
2
next 2 spaces.
Yes,
Because
so
the rate is
they
too.
take
that
those
one
2
and
and
that
those
one.
4.
And they're gone.
They're gone.
Okay.
Yep,
So remind
no
me,
one's going to get that bonus
that,
down.
that station can be...
This
No.
station is now buildable. That space is not.
Is not.
Yeah,
No,
because
because the game did that.
Yeah.
However, if someone wants to excavate 3, well, you're going to do it slowly. But if you want
Yeah.
to excavate those 3, you would get a share for doing so. If you
Okay.
took the last level off there.
Got it.
Just a quick question. This whole station skipped, and so that's true for surveyors as well, right?
Yes, surveyors ignore it. So my surveyor would just move directly to the Skern Bridge.
Cool. Great.
Shielding. Grand. That's all of the between round things resolved, which means
round.
it's back to Mr. Naylor.
Excellent. So I am going to
This.
Nice. My turn. I cannot upgrade my train. I don't have the resources to do so. Do I want to spend a coal to get a 3rd worker? In this instance, I'm going to decide no, I do not. And I am going to go for a walk also.
I'm going to build a piece of track.
Lovely.
So I will take my worker out of the pub, and at the same time I'll pay a share.
Lovely.
Upgrade my train. Go
Mhm.
to that. And then that worker will go
There is your 3rd worker.
there.
think going to go here.
Not here at the end.
No, I can't. Looks like someone's taken that space.
Somebody's already there.
Someone's very determined to go
Feels
first.
feels different on the other end of the.
I'm quite happy because I get to go after you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just- Sorry, I should have said that. I meant to say, oh no, drat! Oh, drat! Terrible.
Again.
Oh no!
Well, I'm yet to be last, so I'm just going to let you two fight it out. I'm going to go build.
I'd like to get involved in it, but I'm finding it a little difficult.
Now, Joe, I've got a question with this one, just to remind me.
Yes.
Do you need to do a build action as well to do this?
So no, you don't. What that means is that when the surveyor enters, you immediately decide either to take a share or immediately just take a build action.
Cool.
Go ahead.
And the build action can be in Middlesbrough.
It can only be in Middlesbrough.
No.
Only in
be-
Middlesbrough, yeah. Cool.
And Newport. Don't forget about Newport.
Now, Newport. I'm never going to forget about Newport.
Lovely. And then I think it's you again, Tony, as you have
Yeah,
workers.
indeed.
No one else
two
does.
worker crew over here.
So it is 2. I would do that. Let's do some building.
Lovely. Okay, so before anyone does anything, I'm going to go and activate my contract to take this coal and this iron ore, much possibly to the chagrin of James.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
unfortunately.
Aha. Lovely. But you can just run along. Didn't need the coal. So you take your worker back.
Yes, thank you very much. So I'm going to now take some resources, and I think the resources I'm going to take are... We'll take 3 stone.
3 iron.
My first worker will take 3 of those, and my second will take 2 and 1. And of course, welcome home.
It's back in its proper place.
Okay. Nothing's happening in B. At the start of C, I am going to use that to immediately convert those two. So they'll go back in the bag.
And you get.
And I get 2 steel.
bars.
Oh, very nice.
Lovely stuff. That's what we call efficiency.
You do it that way because otherwise it's,
Yep.
it's immediately obvious then that it's been used.
That's true.
That's why I had it upside down. It takes up less space.
Yeah, well, the original Snowdonia contract cards had the end of game bonus at the top and the effect of using the card in the game at the bottom.
Right.
So that looks like an upside down version of the basic card for me. So it's
Oh,
bringing
right,
it right.
okay.
So you could piggyback on the much misery that James is already inflicting upon me
Yes.
by making me go last by doing that. You
Yeah.
could do that.
Just don't look over here.
It's now we're done with C, so it's
The D,
equal
actually.
to-
Beginning of E.
So I can.
Beginning
so,
of E. Beginning
we're
of
not
E.
at
Oh,
it
beginning.
yet.
No,
We're
no,
in
no,
D.
no.
So remind me here. You only need to build that one to progress further. Is that right?
no, actually,
No.
the track can
It's
be.
laying track, so you can only do that action.
It is thematically, I would agree. It's a little strange at this
Oh,
point.
this is a station.
This is a building.
Space station.
So this would build a track and you get 5
Wait,
points.
it's fine.
We can
It
build
gets
the
you
track
effectively.
either
It's
side.
5 points, and it counts as a track, which is what that is 6 points, and it counts as a track. So you're only
Right.
getting 1
Why is it
point
5 points?
because
So when we
this would
flip
be,
it,
that would be worth 5.
Oh, there's a 5 on the other
the
side.
value of them is the same as the amount of rubble that was on them at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Got it. Okay.
Nicely done. That'll be worth a lot later.
now at the beginning of E, I will upgrade
Again. Oh.
Free.
for free. Which means I keep the steel bar.
Yes.
Now this is what you do when you've used the contract card, Paul. Is you do that.
Ah.
Did you take your additional resources from the stockyard when
I know I didn't I? Oh, I've only got 1 anyway.
cleaning it out?
Actually, no. Would anyone mind if I backtracked? I mean, I did.
I don't mind. How,
did.
why
That's
are you
true.
taking it?
Yeah, I want to give you the.
I mean, I'm benevolent.
How are you taking it?
I would have had it taken an
Oh,
extra
right,
one
yeah.
per worker, but there was only 1 extra
I
one.
think technically technically it's not optional, whereas this was. So, right, I get to build now, and what I'm going to build is I'm going to spend 2. Ooh, that's a new option. How many extra victory points does that get me? Nope, I'm going to spend 2 stone. To the bag, 1, 2, and for that I'm going to build in Shildon here and get myself 2
shares.
shiny share certificates.
Very nice.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
I shall also build in Shildon. I shall pay this to 1 stone to get myself coal.
Coal and
share
share.
Very
certificates.
nice.
So let's take a coal out of the bag
Lovely.
and a shiny share.
Shiny share. Limited foiled share.
So is this because of the surveyor ability? Because obviously this has not been excavated yet. Oh no, this has been escalated.
That has been
This is
escalated.
oh,
But
sorry,
it
yeah.
wouldn't flip because no one's turned it into trap.
Right. Yep. Got it.
Then that worker leaves, and then we go over to F. No one's got any F contracts they want to activate. Nope. So then G. Does anyone have any G contracts?
I
they want
do
to activate?
immediately move your surveyor one further on, so it's going to Shildon,
Yep.
and then I'm moving him again to Skernbridge.
Yep. And you get the bonus at
I'd
Skernbridge.
like to spend 3 coal to buy the 16
Oh,
points.
fantastic.
in-
Nicely
Fantastic.
done. Nicely done.
As valuable as a decent contract card, that. So this is the only game that we're going to see where James wins by not completing any contract. Having very strongly recommended at the start of the game.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I've yet to see it happen, but if it does, then I suppose my advice is worthless. No one should listen to me.
Well, I was going to say there aren't any hats left in the building. They'll all be consumed.
I will walk on to join James here. Thankfully, there is another 3 coal option there, but it's worth 1 less point. If that 1 point makes the difference, it's all been a mighty valuable play indeed.
Yeah.
So that's me.
That's it done. So this disappears.
Super duper.
We
Slide
slide
them
them
down.
down,
Get one new one.
which is revealing more fog. So those actions remain restrained.
Wow.
And then we are
Event?
over to
No, cubes.
cubes.
Yeah.
12 cubes, please, James.
Yes. Right. Okay. What have we
Which
got?
Tony can guzzle down at 5 a pop now.
Okay. So
5.
I've got the first 6.
My
7.
modified stationary engine is.
So is that whenever you do? Oh no, you.
Whenever a worker does the A action, I take
You get 2 cubes.
2 extra
11,
cubes.
12.
in
No
addition
events
to
at
the
all.
3.
No events at all, but a ton of coal again.
Helps.
I suppose we did just put 6 back in. to
we
be
did
fair.
put a lot of coal back in the bag.
This is very interesting because nobody has the ability to circumvent the one only
No.
coal rule, which means whoever goes there first is going to potentially hoover up everything. in
And then
that
there'll
space.
just be a lot of coal left behind, yeah.
And when
Yeah.
you say whoever, is that
whomever.
whomever?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that
I
is
mean-
that about to happen?
I don't know. Come on, let's leave some surprises.
A quick historical note on the coal. Coal has a few extra roles in this. So ordinarily in Snowdonia, it's almost exclusively just used to fuel this. But the reason you've got these high value coal point spaces over here is because the railway's original purpose was to deliver coal from the colliery. Well, it eventually was extended to Newport, and then shipments of coal were delivered out from Newport to other parts of the country. So the idea is that
The reality is that Brass Lancashire and Brass Birmingham would not exist without the Stockton and Darlington railway scenario for Snowdonia.
Right.
In a weird time travel, situation. Without this coal here, those other games just wouldn't exist. So we should be number 1 on the geek.
Yeah, absolutely. By that
You are.
logic, that's quite
you
great.
are.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just create
Some
1
logic.
million accounts on BGG.
Anyhow, it is Tony's turn.
Yes, I shall hand in my coal for my 3rd worker from the pub. Out you get, mate. I've got your train all fueled up and ready to go.
Don't want to go to work.
A lot of folk think that somehow the 3rd worker was eating the coal.
No,
Not
no,
really
no.
like, but in order to
sending
power a
the train
train,
to
you
the
need.
pub.
Yeah, I know. But you know,
Coal-
as I said, players are a
Players.
bit weird.
It was a mad time of invention, but I
Weird.
don't think anyone had yet invented coal-powered automatons.
Let's-
Yeah, no,
No, let's
exactly.
do
No,
that.
that's
There we go.
2 steampunk even for the Stockton and Darlington.
How many resources does a man need?
Yeah, I
So
need
hang on a
more.
minute. So Tony's going to get 5. Bleak. Interesting.
Question. This is a station.
Yes.
So something there counts as a station and a track.
It's either or. Each marker at the
The
end.
way-
Not the right
way
answer.
Well, no, the way that scoring works is that
Oh, it can only be
you,
one
you
thing.
take the cube off. So you score the value of the track you've built, which will give you the 6 points.
Yeah.
You then score all the points for things in stations that you've got.
Yeah.
And then you decide for your
When I
contract.
take it off,
When
is
you
it a
take it off,
station?
is it going to count as a track or is it counting as a building? So there's no extra admin.
Yeah.
It kind of
It does it. Yeah.
intuitively does it that way.
That's exactly it.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm going to go here.
Not there?
No.
You too. I'm going to give there just to show you up.
I mean, if you ever want resources again, it might be necessary. Oh, it's me. Sorry. Well, before I do anything,
I mean, yeah, you two should be quite happy that there are 2 other players bickering over space.
The problem is I'm going fourth a lot of the time.
yes.
Well, now's your chance, Paul.
Well, the problem is,
Don't take anything. Well, you'll get one cull. You guaranteed one cull, but you will get started.
I will.
And sometimes that decision
Sometimes
is a decision
I'm-
that has to be followed through.
I'm going to complete my experiment. Its final level cost a steel bar and a share, which
Draw
is quite
two
costly.
white cubes out. Jack.
I mean, I would like that too.
Oh, whoops! I've just put
Tony,
that steel
before the
bar.
modernisation happens.
He's got no fallback steel at all.
So that slides
I've been trying.
up to
I'm trying to see if you
here.
can feel the difference of the paint on those different. Like, is that a white?
Well, at the moment, it's currently ruled that if modernisation and a train explosion occur at the same time, you only have to pay once, not twice.
that seems fair.
That's the current ruling. So I would be safe in that instance thanks to this share, but it does mean I can't really use it for anything else. But that does mean now my experiment is complete. I can have this bloke for free. That's right. When you've got a good carriage, people just come and work for you without
For the
eating
rest
coal,
of the game, he has 3 workers regardless.
which is rather nice. So then I'm going to go and deploy them. And what am I going to send them
Good old
to?
experiment.
Oh no, it was the old. Oh, do you know what? Maybe do you want some steel? So I need to get resources. All the resources are getting gone. Don't like it. Ah, that would somewhat do a trick. I'm going to go and take a contract.
Yeah, I saw that one as well. I'm going to build.
Ooh.
Take a card.
That's frustrating. Could do that. I think I'm gonna go. Here.
I think I'm actually going to go and take that singular sad coal.
Okay. Let's just go here. No, let's go here.
Lovely.
Yes, let's go and do some stuff. Build some bits and bobs.
And then I think I will also take my gentleman forward. Is that everyone?
Yep.
I believe so. Okay, A actions. No one's got any contracts. Nope. Tony, go.
I will take my 5 things. So I will take a coal, a stone. No, 4 of those, and a coal. That's my 5.
James, you get to take 3.
Ooh, I think I'm going to do a 1 of each.
Lovely. Which means I get an iron ore cube I wasn't expecting to get. I'm happy enough for that.
Okay.
Oh, I see. I'm handed it graciously. Very good.
With no insults at all.
Lovely. Then we move on to B.
B,
Snow. C.
B.
All right, yes. So 9 of those.
9 of those.
3 miniature actions that give me 3 steel bars, please.
1, 2, 3.
God bless you, sweet master. That's lovely.
Sticks. That's a lot of steel. That's what happens. Lovely. Then we go.
It's almost like we're building a railway, James, isn't it? Some of us, anyway.
I'm going to build the start of this bridge.
Recruiting our mate.
So the start there. Yeah, lovely. So that counts as a track and is also worth 5 points.
Yeah.
Done. That's James.
Yes. So I'm going to spend 3 stone,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to build this middle piece here.
Lovely. 7 points for 3 stone. For any train of
Thank
thought
you.
fans out there, my blog that I write about Snowdonia scenarios, 3 stone for 7 points is pretty spot on.
Is that just about the same on the value curve?
It's kind of just above, but it's like
I
what
love
you're
being
always-
just above the value curve.
2.33 points per.
Yeah, exactly. In my eyes, sitting just above the value curve at all times is the best way to be in Snowdonia. So that's over to me now. I'm going to take a contract card. I'm a bit torn here because this one's worth extra resources, which is really tasty given we have a super hoover over here. But this is going to do a lot of unconditional excavation, which in this very poor weather is quite appealing. So I think I'm actually going to go for that one because I'm also close to fulfilling the building on it.
The weather changing. I can use my shamanistic abilities to change the weather in the north east of England.
Also based on the historical reality.
It's Uncle Tony who's still in
Yes, exactly.
As we said, it
The
was,
mad hermit.
it was an experimental time for technology and mysticism.
Yeah.
So we've got to walk, and
I prefer to
then
think of it as sort of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell type.
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, exactly.
I'm going for a walk as well up to Darlington.
Okay.
That goes back to the pub.
That goes. 3 new cards.
1, 2,
Really?
3.
Not got anything good?
Rain.
Boring.
But it's sunny today.
It's another double contract.
So this moves to 2. That moves up 1.
Correct.
So interesting, yeah, because the fog doesn't change it, just restricts the actions.
And then we need 12 cubes, please.
Yes, right. Okay, so we have another 5 stone. Oh, we've got an event.
Ooh.
So we've got 1 more cube.
2 events. 2 events.
So what is this event?
2 events.
That is modernisation. I'll explain it in just a second.
Okay.
But if you get a second event, oh,
1, 2,
Quite sick.
I'm sorry, Tony. I keep failing to
that
deliver.
was the last opportunity. Now we can't
goes
possibly
there.
have it.
His super
what are we
loco is now not going to blow up.
The event that has just occurred is called modernisation,
Yeah.
and what this means is that anybody with a train now has to spend a share or a steel bar in order to keep it. So I'm going to have to spend a share, or my train will blow
Oh, I
up,
remember that. Yeah.
and Tony will also have to spend something to
And
stop
I
his
would
train exploding.
wait. No, I don't have a train.
You see, taking that card early usually includes the idea you're going to buy a train early as well.
Yes,
And
yes.
horses retire.
And then horses are retired. They're no longer the technology's stable enough that now the trains aren't exploding all the time. We no longer feel a need for horses on the railway, so they are gone from the game. If a player owned them, they would also be gone. You can't save them.
One word: lasagna.
Let's go find this lasagna.
No horses were harmed in the creation of this scenario.
Just to
Just for the naysayer,
The naysayers.
Yeah, don't have a mate.
Oh, there we go.
groaning.
There we go. My
Fumbling
goodness.
about.
Okay, I'm just going to start placing workers. So, my worker gets a luxury ride from the pub to my area via the experiment. So
Is it a jetpack?
hey, now we have no art to
I
depict
mean,
it, so it could be anything.
It could be
now.
anything. Totally a jetpack.
And I am going to immediately take a contract card.
Right. Well, that is interesting. 1, 2. So you're going to take 2. Yeah, your first worker will take 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tony's just going to be hoovering up anything that's there, unfortunately.
Well, I know what I want to do. I had a plan. I'll stick with the plan.
Yep.
This will peg hole. My worker will pub and he will join in.
So what contract is the question? That E. That's the conversion on the E action itself.
So yes, this would be whenever you take the build action this round, you can use 3 iron ore as if it were steel bar. So you could go into a build action with a bunch of iron ore and use this card instead to pay for that.
Because it resolves before the actual action resolves. So
You can only do that once per action, though.
Oh, so it's just 1 steel bar. You couldn't get 3 steel bars out of that action if you had enough.
No, if you were taking 3 E actions, you could take 3 separate steel bars for 3 separate places, but
Yeah, makes sense.
not all in one go.
Okay. Kind of useful. I think then I want to go here.
Dokey. I am going to go and grab a few bits and pieces before the Hoover sets in that case.
Yeah, I'm going to go here.
a bit of building. What's happening in the chat? I'm always in.
What's
I'm
happening
normally
in
on
the
the
chat?
other side of these things. So I'm
Yeah.
always chipping in. and having a go.
Phil Dennis is in chat. Afternoon, Phil. Says Tony's being super efficient as usual.
Tony really wants mind control powers. Yeah, that's about right. Yes, thank you, James. I do.
Monica's watching over in Norway, having issues with her laptop. Hopefully getting a new computer soon. Always worried when somebody in the chat says, "Oh, it's all frozen." I think, well, is it something my end? And then I have to wait. And everybody says, "No, it's all right." And I was like, "Okay, it's just them."
Oh god.
I think I'm going to go here. I will get some more resources.
I've got another person, and that's a treat. I will send them to. What's coming up next? Some fog. I'm going to go and go.
All right, last workout.
Balls out, so I shall do a little bit more building.
Oh, so nobody's changing the first player, so that's good.
I'm
Right.
very happy with that.
A action.
I'm first, so I'm going to take a coal and 2 iron.
James.
Okay, I'm going to take a coal and 2 stone.
Right. B actions.
I'm going to activate my contract card. Oh, this says after.
Yes, of course it
That
does.
says after on it. I should.
Oh,
know
good.
that.
So I think
Well, I'm glad about that because I didn't see that.
You'll be getting
So I need to do some
you'll be
maths.
getting that
1, 2, 3, 4.
because I'll be using this.
Yes, you'll be
Take
using
those.
that, which means you'll be between you both taking 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
no.
11, 12, 13.
No, 12 because Paul hasn't got a double.
I have no doubler. I'm just taking 8.
8.
Tony's
But,
taking.
but 4 twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you double, that's 16. So
Yeah.
I'm going to activate it.
So you have to choose that you're activating it now.
I do.
But it only happens
That's probably
afterwards.
going to get him that one then. That'd be cool.
Unless Tony chooses not to
feel
double.
like he's played
which
this
he may
before.
well.
Yeah.
Well, is are you going to activate
No.
that?
No, I'm
didn't
not.
think so. That's fine.
So you get to place your marker
It's
there.
in turn order. I mean, I should have decided
It is in
before,
turn order.
yeah, but I'm not going to do it because.
Oh,
but
I
I'm
see.
before you in turn order.
yes,
so that's
exactly, which is
correct.
why it's important. Because if
So
I
you have to decide whether you're doing that before you decide if you're doing that. Right.
yes,
Got
and
it.
then we decide. Because if I'd gone first and I decided to do that, then
I'd
Jai
have
would have got
taken-
away
yeah,
with
I'd
it.
have taken all of that, and
I still get what I
which would have been
want.
crazy.
But Tony can not trigger it, and then that
Yeah.
issue.
But
Do
I
you
know-
want to put your ownership marker here because you've now built this, right?
Yeah, you excavate.
Did I?
Yeah, you,
Yeah,
you just
you
excavate
excavate
that.
that
So
one.
you
That
place
was-
your marker
yeah.
there,
Got
and
that.
you get your share as well.
Did you take your share certificate?
There you go.
Completely forgot that. Right?
Okay, so there's this.
So you finished.
I've not done my second one yet.
Okay, then it's
No,
all
then
from
you
there.
get
Then.
those
Yeah.
4, and then my card gets me a measly 2, but I'll take what I can get.
That's important because I still get to do what I want to do in the building, which is to build these two.
Yeah, lovely.
So, anyone who got a D that they want to activate? No. Anyone got an E that they want to activate? No.
Nope.
So I will spend, because I have to build it in order because it's a bridge.
Because it's a bridge.
I spend 2 stone for that one, and I
Yep.
spend 2 steel bars for that bit. So I get 2.
Ooh. Delicious.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's almost like he made the game or something.
And that's those 2 guys done. Well done, boys.
Lovely. I'm also going to contract cards. We like to dig here.
It's a great
He
card.
loves- he loves-
It's
he
a
just
great card.
loves digging.
And then James.
I think I'm going to take this contract card.
Lovely. Would you like to attach a share to it by any chance?
Oh, what?
You can see, yeah, 24.
Oh yeah.
that easy to acquire.
I
Perhaps
think
not.
I'm
I
going
can
to
sell you some of the
share.
rubble if you want.
I can attach to any existing one, can't I?
Only one that you just took.
So actually, that's only possible to you can only do that action on when you first get it.
Currently, yes.
Cool. Right. Will I do that? No, there doesn't make any sense to play on that one.
So they're taking a bit of a gamble on it as the time.
No, that's quite all right.
Then I'm going
Easy goes.
for
From Darlington to
Fighting
Colt.
Colts. Put them up.
Yeah.
By the way, that doesn't happen again now.
No.
We will simply be rotating through these. So
Yes,
if
the
you have,
modernisation
if
is
you have a
happening.
train and you don't need anything for upkeep, we can spend. So those of us, if we, Jai and I both had spare steel, then we would be confident using it somewhere else.
Equally, if you fancy getting a train at this point, you could now do so without any fear of it breaking on you.
Yep.
12 cubes, please.
Right. Okay.
Well, looks like there might actually be
Something left without Tony just sucking all the cubes up. Okay, 1 5. 4. Go. No, that's...
Okay.
Oh, lots and lots of iron ore.
Bit of everything available now. And we're starting with...
Still, you to go
Well,
first.
you.
My man rides his experiment to work, and then we'll immediately set to work digging.
You took the 4 for that, did you?
I took my 2 for that.
Took
Yeah.
2. Why was it only 2?
So you took the last 4 off of there,
Yeah.
and then this fully excavates the next
Oh,
space.
the
and
next
that only
space.
had
Why
2
I
halves.
didn't do-
Sorry, it's not just.
Yeah.
If I had used my bonus, then
Then
that
I'd
would
have
have been...
got 4 and 8
But
points.
you're going to be doing a double dig,
I will indeed.
so you're going to remove 8.
So I will.
And you're
remove
going to
8,
get that.
and I'll get those 8 points by hook or by crook.
Yeah, okay.
It's worth noting for everyone with rubble contracts and such, there is an infinite supply of rubble at
Right.
the end of this railway here.
Yeah.
Then most Snowdonia scenarios, the rubble, once it's gone, it's gone. In this scenario, there is a large pile of it at the end.
Okay.
So anyone that's got rubble contracts can really get stuck in with them.
Do some building.
I think I'm also going to do some building.
Okay, everyone's getting on the building. I'm a bit behind on the building. So I will go for a take the first black marker.
Oh, yeah, resources. There's loads of them.
More resources than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need all of those resources, but I will do at some point. But for now, I think I'm going to say that.
Lovely.
Take some stuff.
And then I'm going to... I need to do it at some point. Why not now?
I think that's everyone. No one's...
Yep.
You're the only one who's got the 3
Yep.
workers, so... Right, so I take 5 things, so let's take one of those. Oh dear. I think 3 of those and 1 of those.
Lovely.
Actually, no, I'll make it full-blown stone only.
Do you want to do anything with the weather? Since you can.
Yes. I think I'm going to convert the middle one to sun, please.
Okay.
I do believe that Mr. Fish of the Meteorological Office has got things completely wrong, and it will in fact be sunny tomorrow.
I'm going to take these 3 iron.
Lee, I'm going to take a coal and 2 stone.
Keep the train.
And keep the train.
Okay, so
Which this half of the table's pretty happy about.
phase B.
Phase B. I'm going to activate my double excavation rate. So I go from 4 to 8.
8.
I'm very happy about as I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
So I clear out all of this.
Let's place his ownership marker
And
there as
get to
well.
place an ownership mark there for a whopping 8 points.
Very
And I
nice.
clear out 4. So take those 3 and that one.
Getting yourself another share.
Would you get a share?
Yeah, I prefer 8 points.
And what are you converting?
Oh, sorry. Yes, converting. I'm just going to do the classic
9 for 3.
9 for 3.
I'm going to use that at the start of C.
Very nice.
3 stone out of the bag?
Yes, of course you can. Let me see. Right. Go 3 stone.
Cool.
So we have a multitude of riches here for building, because I could finish the bridge here, or I could in fact build in here.
Yeah, there's lots of options.
Quite liking the idea
Options
of,
galore.
or I could even build over here as well.
Yes, it's really opened up.
3 for 6 and 4 for 8 is much of a muchness, really, isn't it? Do you know what? I'm going to go for the 3 for 7, because that is the magic. That is the magic number.
That's the golden ratio.
It is, and I can call this the Boydell Bridge. There we go.
Ah, lovely. Let's go.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to use my E action to enable me to take 3 iron ore as if it were a steel bar. And I'm going to use that to build the bridge piece here.
Smashing.
Lovely stuff. And
Thank you.
I love that one. Mr. Grogan gets a contract. Lovely stuff. And then everyone is done. So we discard that. This slides down to here. Lippity once, lippity twice.
Rain is on the way.
Then we are going
Now it is sunny.
to yes.
I wonder if anyone in the chat who's played Snowdonia, what they think of this particular scenario.
Yeah, let us know. I mean, I can't compare because it's been so long since I played Snowdonia. So a lot of the original game is coming back to me. It's difficult for me to pinpoint exactly what's different, apart from upgrading trains, the bridges. But yeah, if you know Snowdonia really well, let us know in the chat what you think about this. Or if you're watching this video back afterwards, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about this new scenario, which is still in development.
Yes, it's still in active development.
95% done?
Yeah, probably. I would say, it's not going to radically change in style. We're not going to probably add a new major mechanic, but very receptive to feedback. It's still very appreciated. For example, getting the right ratio of, are the shares doing enough? Are they doing too much?
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of potential fine balancing around this stuff.
Exactly,
Like this as well,
yeah, I
because
mean,
of the costs of things.
Yeah. And artwork is still prototype.
Very much
yes,
so.
very
This is
much
still,
so.
still work in progress.
Okay, so feedback's
12
appreciated. Yeah.
cubes.
12
Right.
cubes, please, James.
Cool. Right. So we have. Oh, that's not one of mine. That's the.
Yeah, I try and sort of put on the hat of the newer Snowdonia player, having played. You imagine this is on the other side of the ball. You're playing Snowdon a lot,
Yeah.
and then you come to this one, and what's immediately apparent is that there are a lot more things for you to kind of choose to do,
Yeah.
and that is going to really kind of up the ante for the game.
Yeah.
Because you've just got so many more interesting things to do. It's like, do I go for shares? Do I build a train now? Do I get a horse and just live with it until it turns into a train later,
Yeah.
or whatever I might want to do? So I for one, really like this.
No events.
Thank you. That was exactly the hope. So yes, no events, and we've done the cubes. So we're just going to move on. It's starting with me again.
Phase A, workers.
Huzzah! I shall recruit
Mr.
my
Jetpack.
chap via experiment. So where's Captain Jetpack going today? I think we are going to. Yes, we'll go take some stuff and things.
Where is your? He should be going to foot of our stairs, shouldn't he?
You're very happy, Tony. I'm going to go.
Oh, good man, good man. I will be paying the coal to
I
get
feel you deserve it.
Well, now that there's so many resources there, I don't think I can miss out.
Lane to
Let's throw
track.
in the sun.
Famous last words.
Okay. I think
It's a good time to backtrack. It's true.
I'm going to go there.
What was that, Mr. Tuppy? That's fine. We'll allow a little sleight of hand. Lovely.
You don't want to build the first, right? You want to build.
If no one else goes there, I will be.
You will be building the first two, yeah. Because we've been very slack at the track building part of.
Well, given that the game ends because the track is built. Yes.
Yeah.
However, that's what the event system's for.
Yes.
It'll end up building it.
Well, at
if
the
we
current work rate, it's going
But
to.
it does.
It
do
wouldn't
it
take too much to start.
Wow.
Only a few events to start picking up. Also, there are some. Jaya's got a lot of juicy track contracts. So
He's going to be wanting to build track.
I wouldn't mind getting.
And he's got all
involved.
of this steel.
I wouldn't mind getting involved in the track building antics.
Yes, those of us with steel need to be getting onto it.
6 is only 2 less than 8. So I'm not.
So where can we build stations at the moment? Up to here.
There and there indeed,
Yeah.
yes.
There's a lot of options now for both points and resources.
And here, in fact, it's.
That's still available.
Yeah. That's what I did. See, I just wouldn't fill that in, you see, because that looks like the station's finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Okay, and I need 4 built things, although I have 3 already.
You have 2.
If you use this as track,
Oh, no, you
you
have
only
3,
have,
sorry.
you'd have.
Yeah,
you'd
if I
have-
I
you'd
could
have
use that as
2.
track, or as I could use that as a build.
Yeah.
I don't have a track contract,
So you'd probably want to use this
so
build.
at the moment, yeah, don't think I want any of those. So, sure, let's build.
I don't get to play the higher player count games of this as often, and it's very interesting how much I'm desperate for shares, but actually finding no cheap ones really left on the table.
Whereas I've got them, and I'm not doing it.
So yeah, you
Well,
do.
you'd had the foresight that James had at the start of the game.
I'm waiting for him to do something with them. Lovely.
I'm
James,
just amassing them. So there's equity, right? I can trade this in at the end, right? For money? That's how that works, right?
Victory points and the in-world stock market are not necessarily the same as one another.
Right.
Stock market,
It's like
so to speak.
predating Railway Mania, isn't it? So
It is. It's actually, yeah, it's about
you're
20
pretty,
years
you're
before.
pretty safe. Yeah,
I'm going to go for a walk.
Tony, last worker placement.
indeed. So I'm getting some stuff. I'm doing some things. I'm doing something else. So that's going to get me 5. Foggy next round.
And there's a lot of piles of stone everywhere.
Let's just go there, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Phase A.
Phase A.
Cards.
Cards. No cards.
Okay.
I'm going to take a coal, and I'm really torn on what to do with the rest of this because you're all pretty hungry for this stone. But I kind of need iron ore more. I'm going to take the stone. I can leverage the stone into other things.
James is next.
Okay, cool. I'm taking 3.
thank you.
I'm taking 3 iron. Thank you.
I'm taking a stone.
Ooh, nice.
Iron.
It's very nice. Oh,
And I'll have a choo-choo train. And I'll take 3 iron.
nice.
Any B cards?
Nope.
Any C cards?
Nope.
James.
Right.
Conversions.
I'm going to be doing the 6 iron, 2 steel bars,
Lovely.
and I'm also going to spend a share, I believe,
To refresh 2 of your contracts.
to refresh 2 of these contracts.
Did you believe in life after love?
There you go.
Not that kind of share.
Life after shares. Life after shares.
Nice work. Nice work, sir. Nice work.
We're laying track. I'm going first.
So the track rate is 2.
I should have said nice work, Sonny, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
That would have been that. It would have been. See, the voice on the stairs always gets you.
Um,
Sorry, where were we? You're playing Snowdonia, that's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Indeedy doody. That's 2 steel bars, which I will pay to the bunk, and then in exchange for that, I get to lay 2 track, which is rather
There.
nice.
And here.
Getting myself 6pence and removing me from the board.
Yes. You only paid 1 steel bar for that, didn't you?
They pay 2.
I paid
Yeah,
2. I
yeah,
had 3.
yeah,
Now I've got
So
1
I
left.
paid 2
Lovely.
because I'm going to build 2 as well.
Slightly
Because
better
our
ones.
workers are very efficient. It's so the track bed is just perfect for us. Here we go. Super duper, thank you.
I'd say we're getting quite an archetypal. There's a few different
Building.
arcs you can get. With Snowdonia. We've had the rainy start leading into the. Oh yeah, you rarely see this.
This is great.
Let's go for 3 stars.
Well, there's an old
Yeah, it's
adage
fun,
of Snowdonia. The way the card distribution is, if you have a beautifully sunny first half of the game, the second half tends to be foggy and rainy, and vice versa. So
Exactly.
So yeah, it's definitely in the I'm slightly scared I'm going to be run out of the game state part because we're already up to there now.
Yeah, there's not a tremendous number of rounds left. I would say
Ooh.
probably at least 1 though. Probably 2, probably 2 or 3. I guess.
Paul is building.
I did.
You did build.
I did build.
So let's
Built a
spend
lean-to on the side of my station.
4 for 8. It's
So
average. but
the upgrade you get to do at the beginning, don't you?
The upgrade happens at the same time
that's what I
you
need
would
to do.
pay to get your worker. Yeah.
Did you want to do full frame?
No. The train. That's what the shares can be used for.
Oh, that is a good way to leverage your shares. Yes.
Yeah, well that could be it's an option.
So that guy just finished.
Yes,
Lovely. I'm going to go for a walk from Fighting Cocks over to Stockton.
I beg pardon?
I'm walking from
No,
Fighting Cock.
no. The people in the chat would be incredibly disappointed if I let that one pass.
It's very
That
true.
comment.
It's very true. We've had
What I
our
made my own back, I'm afraid.
what happened in Fighting Cocks will stay in Fighting Cocks.
Okay.
As we move over to Stockton. I'll put these 4 in the bag, please. Thank you. And then
That's the name of a real place, not just something you put in to keep Tony happy.
No,
Correct.
it is a real
Correct.
place.
This is a real place. Sorry, the reason I've spent 4 coal is because I'm using the Surveyor bonus here to build in
yes.
Middlesbrough and Newcastle again. So I'm going to claim the
19 points.
juicy 19
Oh,
with the slow acquisition of coal
Wow.
required.
Okay.
Liberated from the need to use it for workers is rather nice.
End of round.
End of round.
right. Right.
Sun's come out,
Huzzah!
but not after a day of rain.
Little
Currently
lean,
it's
by
foggy.
the way.
So.
So we put the fog disc back. Lovely. 12 cubes, please, James.
Okay, here we go.
I haven't
So
seen any events for a
We
while.
haven't seen any
5.
events for a while. They've not been accidentally taken out, have they?
No, shouldn't have been. Can't see
There's only
anyone.
2 of them in there, and we have been quite good about putting
Right,
things back in the
so-
back. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's a very nice general arc to Snowdonia, is that if you don't get on with the game and you're just hoarding piles of cubes everywhere or leaving everything to rot in the stockyard, the game gets on with it for you via the event cubes.
yeah, yeah, it forces a kind of interesting
Oh my God, I'm the
evening
first
of
bite.
pace constantly.
How does it feel?
I don't know.
Take a moment, Paul.
I think I need, I
Have a
think
lie down.
I need a rest.
Cup of sweet tea for Paul, please.
The dizzying heights of first class.
Well, I know I need to do that, and then I need to do that in order for me to then be able to do that. So
I like your logic.
We're playing a board game, all right.
This is it.
I'll go here.
That's number 1. I will
Hey.
pay that chap out of there. And it seems only right to, that will be that. Let's go there.
Clever.
Hmm. Do I do that? Risk not getting that.
So when all of these are cleared, and then track is built there, and there, that's it.
Correct.
That's the yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
we play the
we'll
round
do
to
that.
the end and then
Mhm.
go to summation.
You're going to get things. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going last now. Don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to take some bits and pieces, but I will go here and take the first player marker back. I'm so sorry.
No, I've just realised what I should have done.
Oh, sorry, I've taken that guy out as well.
So yeah, okay. Just gonna build.
I was somewhat hoping that wouldn't happen, but
My
had
go,
to
isn't
reasonably
it?
expect
This
it.
so just to make sure I'm completely clear. So we've got fog here, but we've still got 2 spots,
Yes,
and the track rate's still currently 2, isn't it?
yes, though there is only actually one piece of track here. This is
However, somebody
this
is
is
taking the
definitely
excavator.
however,
Somebody is excavating, so you're all right. It's safe to do that.
absolutely.
Teamwork makes the dream work, James.
Right, exactly. We will
I
once
feel slightly
we
sick
will-
have to say now. Really sorry. Oh dear. Oh, dear.
I'm going to go build as well.
So, Paul did.
Yeah, no, I'm
did
done
it-
because I went first.
It's your third chap.
Yes. So, what is that? Let's do that.
I'm getting the very classic Snowdonia. I'm just going to run out of time. Some feeling that's hitting me like, I want to do all of it.
Oh no. I'm going to really my fate? I think it is. I'll go build.
Okay. A. Anybody doing anything at the start of A?
Nope. No, very much that feeling of not quite enough time. I'm so desperate to refresh and make good use of these contracts, but the time to do so is just,
Well, it's almost
slipping
not,
through my
it
fingers.
is just slipping, isn't it? It's the problem.
I'll just expert this.
As eyes turn to the bottom half of everything.
James.
I will be taking 3 iron ore.
Mm-hmm.
I shall be taking 3 iron ore,
Yes.
coal, and a stone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Go back there.
That can make the best I can do. I'll take 2 stone and a coal and the first player marker.
Okay. Right.
Oh.
Tony, excavating in the
I
front.
shall be activating my contract card.
So you're doing it 1, 2, 3
Every worker
times.
digs off double.
Oh, every worker.
Okay.
It says whenever you
Yes.
take the excavation action this
Oh,
round,
shutting the game down real
Yeah.
fast.
he will take off 8.
As a
instead of
former
4.
professional rulebook writer and editor, thank you for using the word whenever
Yes, yeah.
and not when.
Indeed. So that'll be a total of 16. Because each will take off 8.
We're crashing this train.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
7.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow.
So I've got a lot of rubble. I've got to try and assign it now to my contract card.
That
Oh,
is-
just I need a. So I've got a lot of surplus rubble, so I'll be looking for a contract card that wants to have lots of
I'll swap you
rubble in it.
2 iron for 3 rubble. Is that in the game?
It's not in the game, I'm afraid.
So
It's a nice idea. so not for this scenario.
it's time for me to lay some rail.
Here we go.
I think. So that's
7 points.
2 steel bars.
Double rail action. Oh,
And
yes.
bloop.
Look at that. We're only 3 away from ending the game. In fact, if an event came out,
Yes.
which the next one is, that would do that, which means it could end in
Next
the
round.
next round if somebody decides to build the. Oh, Jar's got one. And if Jar thinks he's ahead, that might well be the thing to
I
do.
don't know. I feel like what Tony just did might make him.
But people are throwing a lot of cubes back in. Well, he got a lot of rubble there.
I
but
meant
he's
to
not
do
got any
something.
rubble contract.
What? No, actually.
He's not got a massive leverage.
Oh, no, I
for it.
don't.
He did score
Messed
4
this
from that, though, which is
Yeah, I've definitely screwed this up.
Completely
I'm
messed this up.
I'm
Oh,
not
dear.
getting nearly enough.
Yeah, so I've outthunk myself.
Oh no, what have you done?
Well, I wanted to refresh that, which means I could convert the iron ore into the steel and then use the steel to build a train. But I didn't go on the sea. But I thought, well, that's fine. I don't need to go on
You
the
don't
sea
need to go on the sea.
because it is a sea, but I've already used it.
Yes.
So I need it. So
Well, you'd known that you'd used it if
I
you
knew
did it
that I'd
landscape instead of.
No, I knew
portrait,
I'd used it.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I
Daddy
forgot I
knows
needed
best.
to- Oh, well, I've totally messed this up. Right. So I'm still building, but I can't build a choo-choo train. So we'll build. Now we can build in here.
Yeah.
For 4 for 9.
Yeah, say thank
Now,
you, Tony, for letting
Thank
me
you,
build in
Tony,
there.
for letting me build in there. So 4 for 9 is ahead of the curve.
It
It is indeed.
Well, it's good for 3 for 7, but it's
9 is a
it's
safety one.
2.25 as
2.25.
opposed to 2.33.
Yeah.
But it is more action condensed.
It is.
So
Yeah.
You know. Okay. Then I've got 2 builds to do, and this feels like bananas, but I think it's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 2 stone to go here to get. I'm getting
A share and a coal.
a share and a coal.
The coal might be a very important thing for you, actually.
So
There we go.
I'll take a coal from there, please, and a share. And this is going to be the most roundabout steel bar a man has ever made. But I'm then going to pay 2 coal
To get your steel bar and a share the share.
then put this here to get another share and the steel bar.
Okay, wow.
I don't know if I've got time to use the shares for much, but I'm going to try. Okay.
We all done?
That's me.
Wow.
Yeah, that flew through.
Such a lot happening. That's
Ugh.
Stockton and Darlington. There's a lot happening.
Rain.
Rain.
12 cubes.
Down. And then 12 cubes once again, sir.
okay. It's not so bad
We
because,
haven't had any
because the
benefit
rain has,
for
has
4
dropped
rounds.
the rate down, so it'll only take off. It'll only finish this one.
Yeah.
Would have been slightly more
1, 2, 3.
terrifying.
Oh, it's an event.
Oh, okay.
Track is built,
Track's being built.
so it'll finish that one. There we go.
Flip.
And 4, 5, and 6 are going in.
Yep, great. So that's the new one, isn't it? Let's get back to back. So that means, and we're currently track rate was 1. Okay. It's just that one that's
Yeah.
built. Okay, interesting.
Okay. Oh,
Games,
sorry, I never took my
games
chat.
toying with us.
Because you do the cards, you do the weather first, and then you do the cubes.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. It's me to go first, and
So we are on potentially the last round.
This could be the last round.
This could be the last round. If somebody excavates and somebody builds 2.
yeah, I could actually single-handedly do that if I wanted to.
Okay, should we
Giants.
go to the...
Maybe I want to.
like the idea is that it doesn't
Do
need
I
us.
want to do that? I don't know.
It's not foggy.
It's not.
It all depends whether Jar thinks he's ahead.
That
Yeah.
is an
Because if
interesting one.
we know the game's likely to be triggered, then it's like other players
That
maximising
leaves all
might
kinds of bizarre
sneak
and
them
interesting
ahead. Yeah.
things.
And you were saying about upgrading your train is done once per turn. When?
when you basically before you take your first action, you can decide to upgrade your train.
So me getting a train on the last turn of the game means I can't. upgrade it.
No, if it was the points train, it would be well worth doing.
But it's 4 points.
Which one is it you've got your eye on? That one there. It would be 4 points, but
It'd be
one
4
steel
points
bar
for
for
steel.
4 points is not as good as
No,
one
1
for 7.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I am going to go here and maintain first player.
just in case.
So since I converted some of those rubble, I absolutely need some rubble to be able to do both of those. Yeah, I need to do 7 actions this turn. I've got 2.
I'll figure 2.
I can do 2. Yeah, I've got way too many of these, and I'm not going to spend them. So let's do the easy bit.
I shall pay my coal to get my chap out of the pub, and he will go. Here.
It's not clear graphically which one of these is done first. Is it that one?
Sorry, yes, it should be this one.
It'll be that one, and then that.
this one,
Okay.
and then that.
James.
I think I'm going to use my Sedaya.
I'm going to sneakily slide into that last C spot.
Okay. So
With lots of piles of iron lying
can't do
around,
anything.
it's slightly worrying when you've only got 2 spots here. So
Yeah.
it's like, go with
Yeah.
there first. Sometimes you're taking a bit
but if
of
I
a
went
gamble.
there and converted, I can't actually then do anything because I've only got the 2 workers. So
I really like that about the C action, that there's not many spaces there, and a lot of the time that's never a problem, and then suddenly it's
a
choke
huge
point.
problem.
Everyone's
Yeah.
It's a
desperate to get through.
showstopper. It's a
Absolutely
showstopper.
brutal, huge problem suddenly straight away. I really wish I should have done this. I should have gambled this because I already had loads of shares when I took this one.
my only option.
Would have ended up
that?
easily getting more.
I'm going to take that.
Intriguing. It's not what I expected. I'm going to do this.
I think I shall just, gaining 23 points seems like a decent thing to do.
I think it seems like a decent thing to do. That was my thinking. I was like, that would be fine.
Yeah, even for you, that's
But nobody's building track.
one action for 10.
At the moment, no.
No,
No,
we've
So
all-
probably there will be
we've
at
all
least one more
backed
round. Probably.
There has to be one, yeah.
Because
Even if the game does it, we
it'll
still
only
get
build this one. Yeah.
The weather will resolve before the event, so actually it would do the last
Yeah,
2.
and then if 3 cubes came out, the game would end.
But we finished the end of the round, so we'd still get to do things.
Yes, in the
Or
event.
is that a start of round thing?
Yeah, so when the event lays the last track, everyone gets to still play one round.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. Rather than it just suddenly being.
Is that everybody allocated? It is, isn't it?
But
So,
if don't-
it?
Yeah.
so I
I'm not
think
going
Super Hoover.
much later in the Super Hoovers. That is.
Other vacuum cleaners are available.
Yeah. Oh, that's a juicy contract for Tony. I've just seen that.
So it's pretty low excitement to me, but I'll do it all anyway.
So I'm clearing 3.
Thank you.
Ooh, some conversion
right,
time.
let's do 6 for 2 steel bars.
Okay. So
Can I take them from Giant's supply rather than the general supply?
that's one of the rules, all right?
that the designer is allowed to pick on his developer.
No, you're the designer of these scenarios.
Well,
So the developer doesn't pick on the designer.
designer on designer, but designer of game systems.
Designer on designer violence.
You, me, fighting.
Websites for that kind of thing.
I mean, don't want to say anything, but yeah.
My turn in the conversion spotlight, and I don't know if this is strictly correct, but I decided I want to have fun, so I'm going to spend both of these to re-ready all of my 4 contracts.
Oh, he's
Good man.
going in right for it.
That just made me briefly feel like a big TCG player. I do play a lot of effecty card games, which is where perhaps some of this came from.
There you go.
Thank you. Then I could do 2 rubble into a stone, and do you know what? I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to put 2 rubble back into the...
Oh, there's no stone in the bag.
Oh, no. What a shame.
There was really. I was just joking.
Right.
I can jab you.
So I think the most efficient builds I can do with the build action, I'm going to take the E action and turn these 3
This is available now, isn't it?
into a steel bar. Then I'm going to use my 2 coal to buy this one.
Oh yeah.
This has
Oh,
to
actually,
be-
no, hang on. This is available.
Yeah, this has to be used as in the build action,
Oh,
unless we
you may use it as if it were 1 steel bar.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can't use it to do a
It's not a
convert at the same
conversion,
time.
No, but that shouldn't affect you. In the
I just
big picture.
don't use this, right?
Yeah, you just use it when you need it later.
You don't get that then.
Yeah, and then just use it when I need it on a future build action. No, because
Or-
I'm not
or
going to build a
you-
rail anyway. No, that's fine. I need to put those 3 iron cubes back in.
So 2 coal for 11 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm just going to do.
It's very good. We've been talking about 3 for 7, 2 for 11.
Yeah.
But it's coal.
It is cool.
But still,
It's still pretty good.
What card would you like, Paul?
the one that actually gets me 4 points.
Rather nice.
And I should take the one that gets me 8 points.
Oh, we're going to get some final contracts that might be interesting.
Because I don't want to take these up here and lose 7 at 10 points in order to gain an extra, effectively 6. So I'd rather split the 2.
Makes
across
sense.
that way.
Green and yellow move their surveyors.
Yes, I'm also going to use the G action to move my surveyor twice to fighting
lovely.
cots,
I'm just going to move.
which Tony will be very glad to hear.
I'm just going to move the ones into Middlesbrough and Newport.
That makes sense.
Okay, we're all done.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you use next turn to move your surveyor 3 times, you get to say it 1 more time.
I'm not going to because it's sunny.
It's sunny indeed.
Sunny. Okay, 12 cubes.
12 cubes. Ooh, I think a lot of people might be interested in that one.
Okay, so it's an event.
So something is built.
Next station is
It's
built.
the second event.
No.
It's this building here. So that building.
No, no.
Actually, no, it's this. No, it's this one.
All of that.
No, it's this one here.
Why is it that one?
Because that's done.
Okay,
the
one
next
more
station,
cube to come.
station,
Oh,
and then
that's
you go
close.
next.
7, 8, 9, 10,
This
11.
hasn't been built yet, so it's everything in this station.
Another
But
stone.
it's only one station, isn't it?
That was already completed.
That was already completed.
That's already been finished.
No, it wasn't.
So
No, it wasn't.
No,
Oh,
Two,
okay.
my
two-
mistake.
2 events have come out in total.
Yeah, and the second
The
one is.
second one is excavating 4 spaces.
Oh, which is very sad. I was going to do
Huzzah!
that. I was going
approve
to
of
do
this
that.
action.
I was
Yay.
going to do that.
Well, you're not now.
No, I'm not.
I'll tell you what, can I just put these 2 on here just to remind you, Jai, that you can't actually do anything in those
I
places?
thought you felt like they weren't really
I
necessary.
know, but I couldn't make a statement at that point. could I?
Okay, right. So this isn't necessarily
Never
the last
thought it'd
round.
be so unfriendly.
It might not be. If no one takes the lay track action, then the game
Somebody's going to.
will not end. However, now that my big plan has been shot. Oh, I've been a fool once again. I forgot to activate this card in time because I was too busy being a guiding hand. No, okay, and these are useless. In fact, that whole action was pretty much pointless. at this
It's fun
point.
though.
It's all right. It's a bit of a laugh, right? Okay, this gets me a lot of points, so I'm going to do that. A lot of points is good.
Yeah.
So now it works. So if these 2 are built, is there any more track that can be placed?
No, that's it. That's
Oh,
it.
so you go in there and laying 2. That's it.
That's it.
So he's
now
got
I
2,
can
so
go
he's
to
going to
it.
have to build 2
Yeah.
unless something happens.
I'd have to do some
So
real
can we
shit.
But he's
can
guessing,
we kill him? Is that in the rules?
If you have a contract card that says you can
Yeah,
kill
build
Giant,
right, yeah,
I don't think
okay.
there is one for this scenario.
That's a shame.
So that game will end this round because there is
Yeah.
no way of anybody stopping.
That was the decision I made last turn. Is I decided, okay, I could end it this turn. Actually, though, I wanted to get him here, do a few of the bits, which is why I chose to just preserve the first
Pay the
player.
coal
Yeah.
to get my worker out, and
Yeah,
he will
clever. I see.
do some building.
Okay. Oh dear. Are there situations where? Oh no! Suddenly the options have dried up.
Shall I get a pen and paper for the scoring?
I think so.
Or do we don't have a scorepad?
Gotta be. We don't have one, but I don't think so. I'm going to go for the build action.
Lovely, jubbly. I will also go for the build action.
It makes sense. No. Get that one.
Obviously, the game is going to come with a scorepad.
Yeah, absolutely.
For now,
Absolutely.
pen and paper.
If you'd like, I can draw.
It's you, Paul.
the-
Oh, it's me. Okay. Left me a
And
space.
do the building. So I shall. I shall move my surveyor.
It's 2 points.
That's like technically an improvement. Whereas, oh, there's nothing left like that because it's all been taken suddenly. Brutal. Guess it's going to have to be. That's annoying. It's going to have to be here.
That's a pretty easy excavate for me then.
Move my surveyor.
Right, we're all done.
Lovely.
Are they all doing in the chat? Are they all been overcome with the vapors?
So, I think everybody needs to lie down.
On A, I am actually going to use this contract card for potential benefits. I'm going to take a coal and a stone for that. Which puts a couple options on the table for me. Then it doesn't actually score me more points, but just for fun, I'm going to activate my doubler to excavate 8 from
8
the
cubes.
infinite rubble of rubble.
Supply, yeah.
As anyone that lives in Newcastle knows. So we'll put 8 there. Then I'm laying the last 2 track.
In C.
Oh, sorry, yes.
I'm doing that. That's fine.
All for 2.
Yeah,
Lovely. I'm going to flip these 2 over, spending my 2 steel and placing 2 markers there and there.
Okay, building of stuff.
You done?
Thank you.
Yes. So let's go. So what have we got? It's me. James has got that stuff. Giant's got that stuff. Paul has got that stuff. I shall spend 5 of your richest, tastiest stone. Build in there.
Okay, James.
Cool. I'm going to activate this time. I'm going to spend 3, and I'm going
As
to,
if it were a steal.
as if it were
Yep.
steel. And I don't know. I don't think it matters where it is really. I'm going to put it here.
I will spend 6 stone
I'll put it in the bag.
Spend 2 steel.
and I will take a spot there.
Contract. Oh, that one.
Lovely stuff.
I'll take this one.
And then I assume at the beginning of G, you'll
Use it.
send him along.
I mean, not always, because if I move from a point space to a non-point
Yes,
space,
exactly.
I wouldn't use it. As it is, I get 2 points.
Doesn't that one go to there?
Yes.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Which is terrible, so I won't do it.
Yeah, you don't want to move that one.
No, there's nothing more to build in there that you can.
And I'm going to move twice, so I move from there to there, there to there.
Which you don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly. But I have to because I put
There's a Gormless Bridge, so the next one is there. That's 1, right?
So I'll just take a share.
Because this doesn't count.
So
two
Stonebridge
takes
to
you some.
Shildon,
Yeah.
Shildon to there.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, right.
No, it's my own fault. I'll take a share. Because I can't actually build in there.
No, that's too pricey.
And we are done.
Pricey. We are done
The
indeed.
Stockton to Darlington Railway has been built.
It's complete.
It is
Time
completed.
to add up the scores. So, is there an order in which this is best done in?
There is indeed. So generally we get the track and building sorted first, because then all those tokens start getting pulled off the board for the purposes of assigning them to contracts. So we'll do track first.
We've got 5.
And
That's not
Oh,
track.
sorry, track.
just because I started, I'll go from me. Well, or everyone
Okay.
can do their own individually. What would we
No,
prefer?
I think you better score
Okay,
up. Makes
yeah,
more sense.
Great. In that case, I'm yellow on the track. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 13.
13. I got 5.
You got 5, Tony.
I have 8.
8. James.
I believe I have 7 because this is only using as track, isn't it?
Yeah,
So it's 7
well-
points from track.
We'll get to that in a minute. Lovely. Then buildings. I've got 8 there, and then I've got a lot here. 30,
49.
49 plus
57.
8, 57. My goodness.
So I'm looking at
Paul's got 5, 11, 20,
34.
34. Lovely.
I believe I have 47.
47.
46 on buildings for me, please.
46. Lovely. Then we'll do contracts. So for this, for any track or station-based ones, generally it's recommended that you take the tokens you're using to score them off. So for example, I would take my 3 yellows off here and then assign them to this 3 building card to show that I've scored that. I would take my 4 track off here and assign them to my 4 track card to show that.
I'm going to do this.
Take my
This.
rubble here and assign it to this card.
And then I'm going to do 2 of these shares, going to assign to this.
So that's 1 share, 1 track, and 1 railway piece, which is that one.
Yep.
Sorry, 1 bridge piece. Yeah, 1 bridge piece, 1 railway piece.
Yep. Perfect.
And then I need 4 buildings, which is 1, 2, 3,
And there.
4, which is that one. So I just didn't do that one.
Okie dokie. So what's everyone scoring on contracts?
Should we do Karen going on order?
Paul?
51.
51. Very nice. I got 51 as well.
38.
38.
Sadly, only 33 for me.
33. And then how far surveyor points? I got 23. 2.
0.
0.
14.
14. And then did anyone have a train that scored them points?
No, that was that one.
Diligence, and no one took it, so that's a null line. So adding those up quickly. Do you have a tradition on how scores are revealed, reverse order?
No,
or-
no. I normally just do them left to right.
Lovely. Okay then. So that's
Who does everyone on the chat think's going to win while he's adding them all up?
Yeah, we're really curious to see.
Well, who's come second?
Yeah.
sorry. I'm just going to take my time.
let it. Well, that's good. Give
Yeah,
chat
right.
more time to to take a guess.
Yes, I know I had that correct. And over here,
92.
92. Thank you, Paul. Then over here, that's quite handy.
No.
That's
Oh, 92.
54. Yeah, 54 plus 38, 92.
and then
There we go.
Okay, so tied
In last place.
in last place.
That's because you made a mistake. So Tony should actually have 2 more points.
No.
Oh, you made a play mistake.
No, I was trying to work out how to be able to build in here and also piggyback on it.
Oh,
But you did
right.
your little thing with the 2 steel. Because when I set my plan for the round,
Yeah.
you didn't have 2 steel. So
I
that
didn't.
was coming my way.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So that cost me
But why couldn't you have built that?
because you built it first. because you were.
Oh,
there.
I built
you
it.
were just saying
I would have moved. My guy would have moved into here with this space being empty had you not had the two steel.
But before
and my
I
two
did
steel.
that, you built here.
Yeah, but I could have built there, and then Jaya was going to build in there.
Oh,
Trying to get
right.
two out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I figured I'd rather you have the points than Jaya, but it didn't matter anyway.
Right.
Because
I know, 92 is a good score.
Yeah, so we've got you two on 92,
Well,
James on 101.
well played, Jaya.
And,
Thank you very much. Thank
I've
you.
got
Thank you.
144.
100
Yeah.
Absolutely. thumped.
So, just in case you think the game's got a runaway leader, I'll be honest with you here. Everybody who works for Naylor Games said that Jaya should not play in this game.
Yeah.
This was the behind-the-scenes discussion that was being had over the last 2 weeks, that if Jaya plays in this game, he will win by a country mile, and it might put people off the game. We knew that going into it, so please don't think that there's something wrong with the game because one player has scored a lot more. That was absolutely expected.
I think it's just that Jaya lives and breathes Snowdonia, pretty much.
It's my job.
More than I do.
It is literally my job. So yeah, if I was to attribute it to anything, just if anyone's curious, I think I got.
Getting that early. Is
Oh,
definitely
there was
worth
so much value out that you got out of experiment.
So this is actually something I'm actively looking at from a development perspective. I'm still unsure on the power level of this because it can go very wrong. But because so many events came out so early, that meant the riskiest time period for this passed very quickly, which suddenly made it look like a pretty appealing pick. And there was a slightly hairy moment in the middle where actually if it had gone a certain way, I couldn't have kept it. And that would probably have set me very far back. And then the other one was just through a couple of uses of this, I was just able to snaffle up enough bits and pieces
that is pretty
my merry
impressive.
walk to the end got me a few valuable coal things here. Again, looking at it in development, I want this to be an exciting, juicy thing everyone wants. Equally, I don't want it to be the case that the answer is pick up coal and take the G action to win. Okay. So again, keeping an eye on that from a balance perspective. But
Yeah, and I think definitely there was a few things that you synergized all of that extremely well. Whereas definitely with me, it was like, I'll take the card that helps you with trains, and then didn't get a train.
Yeah. I can't say that's a great plan. That was just,
you were second then.
Yeah, no,
The rest of us had
it was
trains.
okay.
I came second.
I think I got a lot of value out of the surveyor in the game. I think that's probably why.
Yeah, I was a design objective for this because the surveyor is often in base Snowdonia.
It's just points, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
points.
It's just points, and it's not a fantastic return on investment. If we're talking about the 3 for 7, it's a lot of actions for what you're getting. And I think that was somewhat by design that really the surveyor wasn't. It's kind of there.
The surveyor comes into his own in other scenarios.
Yeah.
And other scenarios do have alternative rewards. Like the daffodil line gives you daffodils if you get a certain way along the canal. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's the fun when you explore that design space. You think, I'll try just flipping things around. And these special bonuses, and you'll see them in some of the other scenarios as well, like those that play the Isle of Wight. The starting stations on the 3 Isle of Wight lines all have really juicy things to get you going.
Yeah,
I think this is a really nice element to it.
Okay, but just as a recap, for those people that have watched the playthrough today or have tuned in late and have skipped to the end, this is the Stockton and Darlington map. This will be included in the deluxe version of the game. There's going to be 2 boxes. One of them is base game Snowdonia with this on the other side. And then the other box is 11 new scenarios.
Yeah.
Now, do you need box 1 to play box 2?
Not if you own previous versions of Snowdonia.
Oh, okay.
So we've designed Grand Tour to be backwardsly compatible. So you'll be able to, if you've got the master set, you've got one of the original sets, you're going to play it. What we are also selling alongside the campaign is a kind of little compatibility pack that includes things like the new cards, contract cards.
You're not going to have to match them.
Exactly, so that everything matches. But you'll be able to use your existing Snowdonia components to then play the Grand Tour scenarios, because that was the kind of key objective for us. Because we really wanted to enhance the existing content people had rather than try to replace it.
Right, yeah.
And then the new base game means that new players to Snowdonia can just pick up the special edition base game and Grand Tour, and then they get 13 scenarios together. And we're going to make a probably special edition package of those 2 things together on the campaign.
Nice. And of these 11 scenarios that are included in the Grand Tour box, how many of them are existing Snowdonia scenarios? 'Cause there's been a lot over the years.
Two.
Oh,
two
So it's not just a reprint of all of the old content.
No.
It's
It's mostly all new content.
Right.
And that was the really cool thing about moving to the boards, meant that it was much easier to have these kind of much more quick setup, put the board down, adjust, and then crucially explore design space. So really what I love about this scenario is it's sort of like a taster of the kind of things you will see in other Snowdonia scenarios.
Right.
But the Grand Tour pushes it way further, including some really incredible things like the Belle Epoque scenario Tony designed that is a murder mystery and combines the game
Right.
sleuth with
Yeah.
with Snowdonia. So you've kind of got two ways to win, like deduction game, or you're pushing it through more conventional Snowdonia
Right,
plays, which
okay.
are balanced against each other.
Yeah.
So most of the content is new, and where scenarios have come back, we have actually often made small modifications to
Okay.
them as well, or little improvements.
Okay. But if you own previous editions of Snowdonia and you've got previous scenarios, that's fine.
Yeah, totally,
You
100%.
can keep playing those, and there'll be a little compatibility pack that allows you to.
Exactly, and the campaign mode works with the old scenarios as well. So
Yes,
it's designed
right.
to the. In fact, there's something we call the souvenir system, which is when you complete a scenario, you unlock a choice of new cards for the campaign deck.
Okay.
Which are tied to the scenario you've played. So some of them only come up if you complete that scenario.
Right.
And we've made a souvenir for every previous Snowdonia scenario, so that you'll kind of take bit of a trip down memory lane
Yeah.
and go back to them.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'd say what we've played today is a relatively good example of using a deluxe master set with the modern
Exactly.
Right.
with
Okay.
the modern stuff.
So if I had the deluxe master set and I bought the Grand Tour, I would be using my deluxe.
Exactly.
I'd just get the boards and some new
I
cards.
think the key thing is that some of the scenarios in Grand Tour use things like water,
Yeah.
which you, if you've got the master set, you've got the lovely little water droplets.
Okay.
But the Grand Tour will provide you with the water
In
tokens
case you
you need
don't.
in case you don't have them.
Right.
So
Got it.
you know this.
It helps everyone at every point, new entrants and existing Snowdonia owners, just to jump in.
Yeah. Cool. If people have any other questions about the game, where can they keep an eye on the progress?
So I
You have a
think
newsletter, don't you?
yeah, we've got regular news, but I think the Game Fan campaign now is probably the best
Okay.
place to look for that.
I will put a link to that in the description of this video. If it's not already there, I will put a link to it, and then you can go to the Game Found page, follow it, and you are regularly putting updates on
Oh,
there.
we're putting a lot of updates about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that process.
And October-ish is
October,
when you said you're
that's
going to...
currently our plan.
you're gonna
Like,
launch.
there's a few little things we'd like to get our ducks in a row, and before we go fully live with it, so that's why we're kind of looking more like October.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, all I need to say is thank you very much, you three, for coming over this afternoon. It's been great.
Yeah, it's
And,
been
and you're,
so much fun.
you're staying here for the week, and we're playing the other 11 scenarios.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single one.
100%.
One a day, maybe two a day. Why not?
Maybe two. Yeah. And thank you very much to everybody for watching. Thank you very much for keeping us company this afternoon as we've been playing. Hello to everybody who's been watching back on the replay afterwards. And yeah, that's it. We're all done. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Cheers all. Bye-byes.